right. It was a nice rendition of the Star Spangled Banner. It was by Brent Peterson, who's the son of Greg Peterson, who's a local attorney, and he's really more of a sports enthusiast, and he's become more of a public figure with many, many interviews that he has done. And it took a little audio issue to get going there, but wow, interesting rendition. Brent Peterson. So the teams have taken the field. The Tarp Skunks, of course, are out in the field, and the catcher is Ryan Middleman, and on the mound is Will Saxenmeyer. Playing first base is Colin Hauk. At second, it's Tommy Googans. And at shortstop tonight will be Grady Mee, of course, and Matt Thompson playing third. They're kind of fixtures on that left side of the infield. In left field, it's Zach Kent. In center, it's Braden Johnson. And Drew Garth will playing right field tonight. The DH, Alex Servia, and the extra hitter will be Luke Fuller for the Tarp Skunks. On the other side, batting first for the Elmira Pioneers is the center fielder, number 1, Matt Granato, followed in the 2-hole by the catcher, John Schroeder. Hitting third, first baseman Joe Muzio. And cleanup is the right fielder, Cooper Smith. In the 5-hole is the third baseman, Ray Hernandez. The DH hitting sixth is Aiden Blake. The extra hitter is Griffin Yaskremski, no relation. And the shortstop hitting eighth is Dom Presto. And the 9-hole is the second baseman, Christian Zilli. And in left field, batting 10th, is Cam Levesque. And the pitcher, of course, Joseph Keldzen. And not on our original roster, but he'll get the start tonight throwing from the mound.
Will Saxenmeyer gets the call for the Tarp Skunks tonight. 0-1 with a 4.36 ERA. A freshman from Wagner College.
Out on Staten Island. So this is the Perfect Game Collegiate Baseball League, and it can be heard and watched at a number of different ways to skin that cat. You can go to PGCBL, that's Perfect Game Collegiate Baseball League, the acronym, if you will, .com, and there's a lot of information there, and you click on that live action button and find the game that you want to listen to and watch tonight. You can also hear us on WRFA 107.9 FM, and you can also go to the Tarp Skunks YouTube channel and find the game. So here we go, ready for the first pitch here tonight as Matt Granato steps into the right side batter's box. And Saxenmeyer set to deliver, working out of the stretch. And the first pitch is hit out to right field. The right fielder camps underneath it. And one pitch and one out to begin tonight's action here. Elmira at Jamestown.
Just like the last game we did with this team, the Elmira hitters coming out aggressive, not taking any pitches. Of course, that was only the first hitter, but as you remember last time, they were swinging at everything.
Yeah, and it was a great pitching game. You know,
yeah.
both pitchers went deep and threw a lot of strikes. John Schroeder, the catcher, hitting second, batting from the left side, takes strike one.
Schroeder, a sophomore at Florida Atlantic University, hitting .292 this year.
Saxenmeyer on the wind and the delivery fouled back up over our heads. And so that'll be an 0-2 count here for the two-hitter. One out, nobody aboard here, top of the first.
Saxenmeyer's pounding the strike zone early in the game.
Throwing hard, too. I'd like to know how fast that gun reads.
Maybe we can get a reading on it.
Here's the third pitch, and that one's high. Ball 1-1-2.
That was a great pitch for the 0-2.
Yeah, you don't want anything too close to that.
No, it was a good spot. It wasn't a waste pitch. It was in a spot he could have swung at.
1-2 delivery, swung on and missed. So a strikeout for out two here in the top of the first.
A lot of fastballs, pounding the strike zone. One ball so far, and that didn't miss by a lot. Like to see these kids pounding the strike zone.
Third hitter coming up for the Pioneers, it's Joe Muzio, the first baseman, number 77. He bats from the left side. Saxenmeyer, a right-handed pitcher. First pitch high, ball one.
Muzio's hitting .333 this year. I don't have any stats on his college or where he's from, so I apologize for that.
Yeah, he was a late add to our roster. Here's the second pitch delivery. Swung on and missed. That evens the count at 1-1.
Great spot on that outside edge, just painting the black with that fastball.
1-1 delivery on its way, just a little outside.
Took a little off that one and just lost it outside.
Yeah, we've seen just fastballs as far as I can tell. No breaking pitches yet. That one's maybe a change. Here's the
straight up
1-2
delivery. Have room
delivery.
for that.
Catcher underneath it right at
That's
the dish.
trouble.
Oh,
That's
it's trouble. And it drops in fair play, and that'll end up being probably scored a hit.
No, that's got to be an error.
It was a high fly ball, and the catcher just couldn't get on it.
That's got to be E2.
Middleton.
They gave him a hit. Okay, what do I know?
Maybe if we were...
Well, they do say a misjudged fly ball in the outfield is considered a hit, so that's a misjudged pop-up in the infield, so why wouldn't that be a hit too, I guess?
Yeah, very high. Wind picks up here, blown dead out of center.
Runner
Four
goes.
hitter up, runner goes. Throw won't be anywhere near in time, so stolen base for Muzio as number 8, Cooper Smith, the 4-hitter, is up. He takes strike 1, but the runner advances on a stolen base, so 2 outs, a man on second. Cleanup hitter Cooper Smith at the plate. He's got an 0-1 count. Saxonmeyer out of the stretch. The delivery swung on and missed.
Smith hitting .385 on the season. He's a freshman at Northern Essex Community College. Boston area. That Muzio stolen base was really stolen on Saxonmeyer. Catcher had no chance at all. He was halfway there before he even received the ball.
Yeah, and the throw was weak. So an 0-2 count here with 2 outs, man on second. Still in the top of the first. Here's the delivery to Saxonmeyer. There's a breaking ball, a little bit outside. 1-2. You're right, Zeke. You know, the balls that Saxonmeyer have thrown have been when he needs to throw a ball.
And they've been competitive, too. They weren't just waste pitches. They've been competitive. They can entice a swing.
1-2 delivery, man on second, 2 outs to the plate, and just off the plate. They appeal to the base ump to see if he went, and he says no.
Catcher appealed, but the umpire never did, so I don't think he made the call, but he didn't go, irregardless. My favorite word.
2-2 count, 2 outs, top of the first. Elmira at the bat. Here's the delivery, and takes for ball 3. That was a tough pitch to take on 2-2.
Looked like it might have been a little low.
So it's Smith batting from the right side of the plate, hits in the cleanup spot. Payoff pitch. Saxonmeyer delivers and fouled off down the third base line. We'll do it again.
Good work by Smith, the hitter there, just hanging in there on a so-so pitch. He can't take it, but he gets a piece of it to look at another one.
Yeah, these are some tough pitches here, really. Saxonmeyer shouldn't be throwing. Should be out of the inning.
Yeah.
3-2 delivery. We'll do it again here. Runner on second. The delivery swung on and missed.
And he got out of it.
So 1 hit and a stolen base, but no runs. So after 1/2 inning, we're still 0-0.
Support for WRFA's coverage of the Jamestown Tarp Skunks is brought to you in part by Schultz Auto Group. Schultz Auto Group celebrating over 50 years of serving automotive needs of the greater Jamestown community with an excellent customer buying and ownership experience. All repair facilities have experience and factory-trained technicians with state-of-the-art equipment for all automotive needs, no matter what engine type, gas, diesel, or electric. Schultz Auto Group, a proud supporter of Tarp Skunks baseball on WRFA. For more information, call 1-866-931-2998 or visit schultzauto.com.
So the Tarp Skunks will get their first crack at it. And Grady Mee, who's having a nice season, he has local ties here.
He does, from a town very near and dear to my heart of Kennedy, where I am from. The Mee Farm out in Kennedy was owned by his great uncle, Larry, who was the town superintendent for years and years in Kennedy, town of Poland superintendent. His dad actually played some pro ball with the Dodgers organization, and I believe he is the head coach at Western Michigan. Is that right? Where Grady goes?
Yeah, I'm not sure. I thought his dad was Ori.
his grandfather is Ori. His dad is Corey.
Oh, his dad's Corey. Okay, Dad Ori, who's about my sister's age. He was class of 67 out of high school. And I'm going to grandfather now,
Okay.
Ori. And then he was a longtime AD and basketball coach at Hilton High School out in the Rochester, New York area.
Right, Ori was, yeah.
And so Ori's son, Corey, who is Grady, who we were talking about here, the player on the Tarp Skunks.
Right.
His dad was the guy that had a cup of coffee with the Dodgers.
That's correct.
Okay, you straighten me out there. But he's hitting. Grady
I apologize. I should have been on this for you.
368. And you're right, freshman at Western Michigan, which is in Kalamazoo, which, trivia, the most famous baseball player ever to come out of Kalamazoo, Michigan, Derek Jeter.
Oh, okay.
So, from
who'd he play for?
Jeter. Remember that great PA announcer? Jeter, Derek Jeter. Guy just passed away. All right, Grady Mee at the plate. And Joseph Keldson, the right-hander, delivers inside ball one. And Grady Mee, he'll swing that bat.
He will, but he's got a good eye up there, too. He doesn't swing in a lot of bad pitches. Picks his pitches.
1-0 count, Keldson. Delivery. This one's outside, 2-0.
Good hitters count here. Should be looking for a fastball. One pitch, one spot. Something you can barrel up and drive hard to a gap.
Keldson working out of the stretch, as almost they all do. That one right down the pipe, fastball. That makes it 2-1.
Boy, that outfield grass looks nice, doesn't it? Freshly mown, the circles.
Yeah, it's such a great park here. The 2-1 delivery.
Came with a curveball there, and he thought about swinging at it, but I think he made the right decision. He wouldn't be able to barrel that up. It was coming in.
Call strike.
Would have caught him on the handle.
2-2 count. Here's the delivery. Down the pike, swung on and missed. A rare K for Grady Mee to begin the Tarp Skunks bottom one.
That's surprising. That was just a fastball down the middle, and he swung right through it.
Number 11, Tommy Googans, the second baseman, will come in.
Hitting 278 on the year from Princeton. Plays at Princeton, excuse me.
Yeah, and Dad, I think he was coaching at Cincinnati University. First pitch is high, ball one. Keldson on the mound. Right-handed pitcher working off the stretch. Googans, right-handed hitter, tall kid. Here's the delivery, swung on and fouled back. Evens it at 1-1.
You see a lot of these kids, I think they're bullpen pitchers at their colleges because they strictly go stretch. There's not a lot of winding up from what I've seen so far.
1-1 delivery inside. They'll call that a strike on the inside corner. We're not right behind the plate.
But I can tell by where he caught that. That stayed inside.
1-2. Keldson working quickly. Here's the delivery. That's going to be high, ball two. 2-2 now our count here. One out, bottom of the first, no score.
Got to find a way on here.
Googans trying to be the first base runner here for the Tarp Skunks. Pitch swung on, breaking ball. No, swung on and missed.
That was a nice curveball. He was out in front of it, just dropped it off the table. Might have missed that by about 12 inches.
Yeah, Keldson has a little control issue, but he's got two batters and 2 outs and 2 strikeouts.
Yeah, I mean, is it a control issue or is he hitting his spots?
Well, fair enough. We'll know here
It's
shortly.
not like they're way high or way low.
Braden Johnson, the center fielder, he takes ball one. So 2 outs, bottom of the first here, no score. Tarp Skunks.
Johnson, a rare senior on the roster. Western Kentucky is where he plays. He's hitting 290 on the year.
Second pitch on its way, and that's hit to the hole. Shortstop, he can't handle it. Tarp Skunks will have a base runner. I suspect E6, Zeke.
I would agree with you there, but they gave him a hit.
They did. So there's been a hit by each team, and we think it should be 2 errors.
Yeah. Well,
We're not the official score.
It makes the stats look good for these kids for their batting average.
The cleanup hitter, Cooper Smith, Matt Thompson, the third baseman, has been a fixture here at third and in that cleanup spot. Thompson hitting 281.
Oh, he just took one right on the shoulder.
Hit by pitch first.
Thompson's a freshman at Youngstown State.
So 1 pitch to Thompson, hit by pitch. And the Tarp Skunks have something going here. 2 outs, but runners at first and second, as that brings up the 5-hitter, Zach Kent.
Now we got somebody in scoring position for Zach.
Kent batting from the right side, playing left field tonight. Keldson keeping an eye on the runner at second, giving a big lead. Pitch high and away, ball 1.
Kent struggling a little bit so far this season. He's hitting 176. He also goes to Wagner College. Freshman. I think some of these kids are having a hard time adjusting to the wooden bat.
Yeah, it's true. They've been playing with that aluminum for so long.
Back.
Oh, there's a pickoff.
Oh, he threw it away.
And he threw it into center field. And Johnson will run to third base. Thompson stays at first. That'll be an error, I think, on the pitcher.
That's going to be E1. That was a bad throw, and I could see it coming. They called that play before they even before he even got on the rubber. They had that play called because I see the second baseman sneaking in, and if you know you're going to throw back there, that's a mistake you don't want to make. Throw it away because you know you're going to throw it back there. There's no reason to not hit the target.
Runners at first and third. 2 outs. There's a play at the runner on first base, Thompson, and he gets back safely. So Johnson at third, Thompson at first.
Kent is your batter.
Kent takes pitch inside. That makes the count 2-0. 2 balls, no strikes.
Okay, you got a guy on third and a nice hitter's count here. You got to be licking your chops here for a nice fastball. Time to get off the schneid here.
Keldson checks it first. The delivery. Runner fakes to go to second, comes back. That's ball 3 now.
Now here's the difference between the earlier hitters where he went a little deep in the count. These pitches are not competitive at all.
Yeah, he hasn't really come close to the strike zone. Big 3-0 pitch here. You don't want to load the bases. And that one right down the pike. Strike 1. 3-1 the count to Kent.
I think he was concentrating on the runners a little bit too much. And with 2 outs, there's no reason to.
Yeah, you can even let him take second.
Yeah.
Kent
got a bigger lead now.
3-1 delivery.
Delayed steal. Well, he walked him anyway.
So ball 4. Bases jammed. And Colin Houck, the first baseman, will take the plate. Houck is hitting 278. Goes to Princeton, and he hails from Liberty Township, Ohio, which is just north of Cincinnati, south of Columbus.
Sophomore at East Stroudsburg.
Houck at the plate, bases jammed, 2 outs. Houck batting from the right side. Keldson, the right-hander, delivers high, ball 1.
Well, Keldon's got to be thinking there's no place to put this guy. I got to throw strikes here. And Houck's got to be thinking the same thing. He's got to give me something to hit, so he's got to be ready to jump on something here.
1-0 delivery from Keldson with the bases jammed. On its way, taken, strike 1.
Good pitch to hit there. It looked like he was taken all the way with the control issues that Kelton's having. Looked like he wanted to take a strike.
Yeah, you're right. Jordan Bazile, he loves a small ball here. Paper cuts. 1-1 delivery. Keldson winds, throws. That's outside. 2-1 now. The count to Colin Houck.
I wouldn't be surprised to see a snap throw down to first.
Bases jammed for the Tarp Skunks here in the bottom of the first. 2-1 the count, 2 outs. Delivery. That's a pass ball. Pass ball, a run will score. Johnson comes in, and the runners advance to second and third. We've got our first run of the ball game.
Any way to get them home.
So Keldson, who had looked very accurate in hitting his spots, and he K'd the first two batters, now has worked himself into a mess.
Yeah, he's really lost control here, these last two hitters. And on a warm, muggy night like this, not a lot of breeze, you know, it's, of course, going to be tiring for him. But the fielders being out there that long, too, you can see the right fielder right now down on his haunches. It makes for a long inning for them, too, to be standing out there in this humid, dead air.
3-1 count to Hauk. Runners at second and third, 2 outs. Delivery swung on and missed. That'll draw the account full at 3-2.
It's a healthy cut there by Hauk. Should get something. Well, you got first base open, so I guess he doesn't have to give him anything to hit here.
Thompson at third. Kent at second. Thompson comes way down the line, but the ball is outside and handled. So again, bases jammed with 2 outs. And Hauk walks. Drew Garth, the right fielder, he'll get a crack at it now.
Garth hitting 294 on the year. He is a sophomore at Seton Hill University. Not Seton Hall, as I said 2 weeks ago.
Seton Hill just east of Pittsburgh by a little bit. First pitch, taken outside, not competitive.
No,
ball 1.
No. You know, I was just about to say, Garth's got to be looking for something nice and juicy to hit, because he's got no place to put him. He's got to throw strikes, but you know what? I think he's just lost the strike zone right now. I think I'd take a strike here.
Garth 1-0. Here's the delivery from Keldson, and a kind of a modified check swing there is called strike 1. So 1-1, 2 outs, bases jammed for the Tarp Skunks, bottom 1. 1 run is already in.
Just as I say, he should take a strike. He swings at a pitch. I haven't made a right call yet.
It wasn't a great swing. Here's the delivery on 1-1, and that ball's taken. Strike 2.
That's his best fastball I've seen yet. He hit the inside corner, and it had good zip on that one.
Yeah, if Keldson gets out with just giving up a run here,
yeah, that's a victory at this point.
1-2 delivering coming from Keldson with bases jammed, 2 outs, bottom of the first. Here it comes, swung on and missed. Works out of the jam, giving up just 1 run in the bottom of the first inning, and it could have been much, much worse. So we've got 1 inning to play in. Elmira 0, Tarp Skunks 1. We'll be back after these messages here on WRFA 107.9 FM.
We'll have more live Jamestown Tarp Skunks baseball in just a moment, but right now it's time to meet one of the Tarp Skunks right here on WRFA.
My name's Dan Dunlap, and I am a middle infielder. I'm from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, and I
All right.
go to Youngstown State in Ohio. I am a computer science major, and I plan to attend a tech company after college.
Who's your favorite professional baseball team, and who's your favorite player?
I'm going to have to go with the hometown team, Pittsburgh Pirates. My favorite player is Andrew McCutcheon. I used to play hockey my entire life until I was my last year of high school, and I played hockey the whole way my whole life.
And what do you like to do when you're not playing sports?
I like fishing, I like hanging out with friends, you know, just doing whatever. I like pretty much anything.
What's your favorite baseball memory?
I'm going to have to go with my district championship game, my sophomore year. The whole school town came. We played.
Is this going over it too? Is that?
What do you like best about playing for the Jamestown Tarp Skunks?
It's definitely the atmosphere here. Everyone's so supportive. Everyone you know basically knows who you are at all times, and it's a good fan base.
Anything else to add?
Go Skunks.
You're listening to Jamestown Tarp Skunks baseball right here on WRFA-LP 107.9 FM in Jamestown.
Back at Diethrick Park here on Falconer Street in beautiful Jamestown, New York. Such a great, we talked about our last broadcast, just the setting of this stadium here, Russell Diethrick Park. It's on the campus of Jamestown Community College. It's a park owned by the city of Jamestown, however, has hosted many professional baseball teams over the years. Ray Hernandez at the plate now, batting from the left side. And Saxonmeyer delivers outside. Did they call that a strike?
That was a strike. He might have caught the corner on that. It's a nice spot. Hernandez, 231 on the year, junior at St. Thomas University.
Second pitch delivered. That'll even the count at 1-1. A little bit high. Middleton can't handle it. New ball in play here. Hernandez hits from the left side. Big kid. Saxenmeyer delivers. And that one's hit to the center fielder. And he should rein this one in and does. One out.
Well barreled there, but it just hung up there for Brandon Johnson to run it down.
Coming to the plate now, the designated hitter wears number 9, Aiden Blake.
Blake, a junior at UMass, hitting .216 on the year.
Blake batting from the right side against right-handed pitching.
Ball a little up, but he's throwing a lot of fastballs. I haven't seen a lot of all-speed stuff so far.
Saxenmeyer, 1-0 pitch down the side, and that's
fair
a fair ball. Third baseman Thompson, long throw, comes to Diamond, and the first baseman can't handle it. That was a terrific play by Matt Thompson, and the throw was good enough that you're going to have E3 here.
Yeah.
That Colin Hauk at first base just couldn't quite handle that. I mean, it was a little offline. He had to stretch
you got to make that catch there.
So
great play over there by Thompson too. He made the backhand, made a good, strong, accurate throw. Little up the second base line, but that's got to be caught.
Yeah, there's no signal yet from the official score. Now the first pitch is a strike.
And we're wrong again. The game ahead. I've already marked it down too. They hit him right in the glove.
This is Griffin Yastrzemski, the extra hitter, number 25. They make a play over at first base on Blake, and he gets back. Blake gets back safely. Yeah, they've got 3 hits up there. We think it's 3 errors.
Yeah, it's Yastrzemski actually listed as a pitcher for Elmira.
Yeah, I saw that.
So I don't have any hitting stats on him. He's a junior from Keystone College.
I scoured it for his batting average. Couldn't find it.
Down there by the office.
0-2 count. Delivery. Breaking ball.
Oh, that's a good. Oh.
They're not going to call it. They're going to give him a ball on that one. 1-2. Terrific pitch.
Yeah, that should have rung him off. That was a great curveball. Dropped right in there and fooled the umpire.
Yastrzemski from the left side now. 1-2 the count. Well, there's a play over at first base. The majors, that'd be the last time you could throw over. I suspect that rule doesn't exist in the perfect game collegiate baseball league.
I don't believe so. I don't see a pitch clock, so I wouldn't imagine that exists.
1-2 delivery. Ball taken high outside. Evens the count at 2-2 here.
I'll tell you, Yastrzemski's taking some nice pitches with 2 strikes.
1 out, top of the second inning. Tarp Skunks lead 1-0. Here's the delivery, 2-2. That's going to be a call, strike 3. That ball looked outside to me.
It was the one he didn't call on the 0-2 pitch was, I thought, better than that one, but maybe a little makeup call. I know you're not supposed to do that, but we'll take it.
All right, 2 outs. Top of the second inning. 1-0 Tarp Skunks. Runner at first base.
Dom Presto is the hitter.
Presto hits from the right side, takes call strike 1.
Hitting 129 on the season, sophomore, Florida Atlantic University.
Presto crowding that plate a little bit. Saxenmeyer delivery 0-1, hit to the shortstop, and that'll be a little flip toss to the second baseman for the force out, and the end of the top of the second inning. Tarp Skunks lead 1-0 at this juncture.
Support for WRFA's coverage of Jamestown Tarp Skunks baseball is brought to you in part by the County of Chautauqua Industrial Development Agency. The Chautauqua County IDA is an economic development organization authorized and empowered by New York State to make Chautauqua County a better place to work, live, and visit. The IDA facilitates development by attracting new businesses. It also promotes the retention and expansion of existing businesses. And it offers businesses assistance in the forms of tax abatements, low-interest loans, and bond financing, all of which enhance the opportunities for job creation and retention across Chautauqua County. The Chautauqua County IDA, a proud supporter of Jamestown Tarp Skunks baseball on WRFA. For more information, call 716-661-8900 or visit ccida.com.
So a little update on Patrick DeMarco, the fine pitcher who has Jamestown roots here. He was the closer 2 weeks ago when we were calling the game.
Correct.
And
he went down.
Went down, and I checked in with his uncle, Tommy Yoakum, and he told me complete tear of the UCL.
Oh, no.
UCL is the ligament that connects the ulna in your lower arm to the humerus, the bone in your upper arm. And complete tear. He's going to have surgery on Thursday, out for a year-ish.
Yeah.
You know, and so that's too bad because he was 1-0. Patrick DeMarco, he had a .68 ERA, freshman at Ohio University down in Athens, Ohio, from Encino, California, but his grandparents and dad all grew up, you know, here in Jamestown.
And you saw right away something horrific went wrong. He just dropped as soon as he threw that baseball. Luke Fuller, the extra hitter, is up.
Fuller hitting in that 8 spot. We're in number 28, and he takes call strike 1. 0-1 the count. And Keldson delivers. Swung on up the middle. This should get through. Oh, the shortstop got to it, and the throw was good. Nice play. Kind of got the goat horns off the shortstop there where he didn't handle his first chance.
Don Presto. Beautiful play up the middle there. Looked like that was going to get through easily, and he just ran that down. He got a nice hop, played it perfectly, didn't make a mistake throwing on to first.
Yeah, Presto, the shortstop for Elmira, playing really deep, all the way out into the grass, and you know, slow roller to him could be way more trouble than the one up the middle. Here's the delivery, another chance for Presto, one hopper, and out.
He's smooth over there.
That was Ryan Middleman, the catcher, hitting in the 9-hole. One pitch and another out. So 2 outs quickly here in the bottom of the second inning. Jamestown leads 1-0. So the DH, Alex Servia, sometime catcher for the Tarp Skunks. Right-handed hitter. He'll get into the box. 2 outs, nobody on. First pitch. They'll call that low, ball 1.
Servia is a freshman at Nova Southern, hitting 167 on the season.
Second pitch, also a ball. Looked very close to a strike. 2-0 now to Servia. Nova Southern is in the Fort Lauderdale area. Some nasty heat in Florida right now. The 2-0 delivery.
A little bit here in this booth, too.
Yeah, it's hot here. It sure is. 3-0 now to Servia. Batting in that 10-hole.
You want to take a pitch here. 2 outs.
Delivery Keldson, and that's on the inside corner. And Servia suggested that was ball 4.
Umpires don't like that.
Nope. Nope. Call strike 1. 3-1 our count now. 2 out, nobody aboard. Bottom second, Tarp Skunks. There's a hit right at the second baseman, and he goes high to grab it. So a quick inning for Keldson. Much different than the inning he had in the first, where it was just a mess, and he threw a ton of pitches. But our score remains 1-0. Tarp Skunks over the Pioneers after 2 right here on WRFA 107.9 FM.
We'll have more live Jamestown Tarp Skunk baseball in just a moment, but right now it's time to meet one of the Tarp Skunks right here on WRFA.
My name is Gannon Jackson. I am the first base coach. I'm from here in Jamestown. I played here at Jamestown for a little bit. Went to Jamestown High School, JCC, so I'm definitely a local kid. Just love being around. I'm a Red Sox fan and Dustin Pedroia.
Did you or do you currently play any other sports besides baseball?
Nope, this is it for me, man. I'm at the baseball field 24/7 if I'm not working.
What do you like to do when you're not helping out the team?
Play a lot of golf.
What's your favorite baseball memory?
That's tough. Actually, probably coaching with my dad, and we coached my brother on the All-Star team. So me and my dad were the coaches, and my brother pitched for us.
What do you like the best about coaching for the Jamestown Tarp Skunks?
Giving back, man. Volunteering my time, watching these kids get better, and seeing our community together around the team. It's a lot of fun for me.
Right on. Anything else to add?
No, man. Go Skunks.
All right. Top of the third is upon us here.
Jamestown
Zeke, who we've got the 10-hitter coming up.
Christian Zilli. That was a much-needed quick inning for Keltson after that long first inning.
Zilli hitting in the 9-hole, playing second base, has number 16.
Only hitting .083 on the season. He's also from Seton Hill.
There's not a lot of real high batting averages that I've seen here. I mean, there's a couple hitters here and there.
Yeah, like I said, I think there's an adjustment period with the going from the aluminum to the wooden bat, and then back to the aluminum when they go back to school.
First pitch high, ball one. Second pitch on its way. It's a rip between third and shortstop. That'll be a solid hit for Elmira. Zilli, that'll improve his batting average. When it's .0, you get a hit.
Yeah,
you're gonna see some improvement.
It jumps up pretty good. But yeah, he barreled that. He caught that fastball out in front and lined it right through the 5.5 hole.
Left fielder Cam Levesque hitting in the 10 hole is up. Nobody out, man on first. Here's the delivery. That's going to be high, ball one.
Levesque, a sophomore at Northern Essex Community College. There was another one from that community college. Yep. Cooper Smith.
In that Boston area, just a little north. 1-0 delivery, man on first. Swung on, fouled away. Out of play.
It's a healthy cut for the number 10 guy.
Yeah, I think you just see him shoved around at different spots.
Yeah, I think you're right. There may be like the top 4 or 5 in the batting order, and the other guys get moved around a little bit, trying to get him in there, get some more bats.
1-1 delivery on its way, and that one bounces into the catcher. Nice block by Middleton.
Keeping that guy on first, that was a good play by Middleton to save getting that runner over to second base.
Zilli on first. The 10-hitter to Levesque at the plate with a 2-1 count, nobody out. Swung on, hit to the shortstop. Taylor made double play. They get him at second, and not in time.
It wasn't hit hard enough. It was a problem. Me stayed back on it a little bit, made sure he got one, which is what he's supposed to do. Make the guy making the turn, make him hurry. If you're fielding the ball, you just make sure you get that one out. Make the second baseman hurry to get the double play.
So 1 out now here, top 3. And Levesque hits into a fielder's choice. He's at first base, and now the leadoff hitter, the center fielder, number 1, Matt Granado.
Granado flew out to right field his first time up.
And
on the first pitch,
swings the first pitch again. This one's at the one hopper to the left fielder, so that'll be a single. And runners at first and second now. Just 1 out in the top of the third.
You know, that's an aggressive hitter for your leadoff guy. Usually your leadoff guy's up there. He's taking a few pitches, maybe taking a strike, just so everybody can see this pitcher's repertoire, see what he's got, trying to get on base. He's seen 2 pitches today and swung at them both.
1 for 2 on the day. John Schroeder, the catcher, up. With runner at first and second, 1 out. Saxon Myers delivery, and it's a little bit high, ball 1.
Excuse me, Tom, sorry about that. Schroeder struck out his first time up.
Schroeder batting from the left side. 1-0. Saxon Meyer checks the runners, which he's been a little guilty of here, and gave up a stolen base, easy peasy.
Yeah, now he's paying a little more attention to him.
Steps off, going to reset here. There'd be a ball on a pitch count if it was the major leagues right now. Here's the 1-0 delivery, and that one high outside, 2-0. Jamestown up 1-0 here in the top of the third. Elmira at the plate. They've got runners at first and second, 1 out.
I think Saxon Meyer just has to concentrate a little bit here, make a good pitch. And that was not a bad pitch.
It was right over the plate, must have been low.
That's what I'm thinking.
3-0 our count now to Schroeder.
Schroeder's got to be licking his chops here.
Yeah, he might have a green light.
He might.
Here's the delivery, 3-0. He's taken all the way, and it's ball 4. So Saxon Meyer, uncharacteristically, at least this much through the game, has thrown a 4-pitch walk. So now you're getting yourself in trouble here. Joe Muzio hitting in the 3-hole, playing first base is at the plate. We don't have a BA for him, but
Muzio had that solid base hit that went about 4 feet in front of the plate.
Oh, yeah.
His first time up. 4 feet in front of the plate and about 80 feet in the air.
Yeah, home run in an elevator shaft.
Yeah.
First pitch from Saxenmeyer is called strike 1. Here's the 0-1 delivery, a little bit outside.
He dropped down on that one. He changes his arm angle a little bit sometimes.
He's a tall kid.
He does go from the windup here with the bases loaded.
He's 6'5", 200 pounds, Saxenmeyer. 1-1 delivery and a little bit up.
Yeah, everything seems to be a little up. He might be tiring already. It is a stifling day out there. There's no wind right now.
Well, in this league, it's not uncommon to see, by design, 4 or 5 pitchers. Here's a swing on the 2-1 count, and the ball is fouled back up over the grandstand here. Evens the count at 2-2.
Surprised he was swinging there after 6 balls in a row. But scorekeeper's handing out base hits right and left. Why not?
Bases jammed, 1 out. Top of the 3rd. Tarp Skunks lead by 1. That lead is in jeopardy here. 2-2 count to Muzio, the 3-hitter. Saxenmeyer resets. Checks in for the sign. Here's the delivery. Swung on.
Oh,
it's a little blooper. Texas leaguer. No.
Second base.
Center fielder ran it down, got it out. They had the second. The guy on second was a little too far off. Could have maybe doubled him off, but he doesn't.
I thought so too, but I almost think that Brandon Johnson, came in, he made that play, and I think he peeked up at what the guy on third was doing, so he didn't notice that runner on second was way off, and he could have doubled him off.
So Braden Johnson does a nice job of getting that Texas leaguer for the second out of the game.
That's a big out. Saxenmeyer has a good opportunity to get out of this now.
Cooper Smith, the 4-hitter, up at the plate. He takes inside ball 1. So 2 outs now, bases jammed, and Saxenmeyer trying to work his way out of a jam.
Cooper Smith struck out to end the first.
1-0 delivery, swung on and missed. That's 1-0. Little breaking ball there from Saxenmeyer.
Took a little off that one, and Smith was out in front of it.
Smith, the right fielder. No place to put him. 1-1 count. Saxenmeyer checks in. Here's the delivery, and a breaking ball is hit up the middle. Slow roller to the shortstop. Meath fires across the
What
diamond.
a play! That was lovely. What a play by Grady Meath, coming up firing to first.
Cooper Smith out by just a stride on that slow roller. Terrific play. So after 3.5, it remains Tarp Skunks 1 and Elmira Pioneers 0.
Support for WRFA's coverage of Jamestown Tarp Skunk is brought to you in part by Chautauqua Institution. Chautauqua Institution, a community of on the shores of Chautauqua Lake that comes alive each summer with a unique mix of fine and performing arts, including theater and musical entertainment, along with lectures, interfaith worship, and programs, and recreational activities. The 2023 season features Natalie Merchant, Diana Ross, Patti LaBelle, The Revivalists, Band of Horses, Straight No Chaser, Trombone Shorty, Mavis Staples, and more. Chautauqua Institution. For more information, call 1-800-836-2787 or visit discoverchq.org.
So tonight at Chautauqua Institution, Frankie Valli was supposed to play.
Oh, that's right.
And my wife was all set to go. She said, I like this guy so much, I'll go alone if I have to. And so we set her up, our good friend Dick Erickson, kind of set her up with a ticket or two. And lo and behold, the smoke from these Canadian wildfires, they cancel the performance. So I don't know if they're going to reschedule or what's going to happen. But Frankie Valli, 89 years old.
Still performing.
Just
not in the smoke.
No. Chautauqua Institution, if you don't know what that is, it's just a terrific private, semi-private community as Zeke read on the ad there at Chautauqua Lake, beautiful Chautauqua Lake, and it comes alive for 9 weeks, from like about the third weekend in June through Labor Day, and it's just a terrific place.
Absolutely. All right, and up comes Grady Mee after that beautiful play in the field, and you see it so often. You make a nice play, come in, rip a double.
1-0 lead here for Jamestown, bottom of the third inning.
Rare strikeout his first time up.
Oh, yeah. He's sometimes a first ball hitter. There he takes ball one. 1-0 delivery here from Keltson. On its way, little outside, ball 2.
Wouldn't mind seeing the umpire clean that plate off. Look at that.
Dirty. 2-0 delivery now from Keltson. First batter, bottom 3, Grady Mee, and that's a strike on the inside corner. 2-1.
Might have caught the corner there. Looked a little inside, and I think Grady would agree with me the way he shook his head at that.
2-1 delivery. Keltson, the starter, still on the mound in inning 3. There's a foul ball, and that'll even the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Just a little late on that fastball there. It was a little elevated.
Defense straight away here. Dead straight. Wind blowing out to center or right center. 2-2 pitch on its way, and that's taken low. Count full now at 3-2.
You know, they are playing them shallow in center and right. They're playing them deeper in left than they are in right, which is surprising.
Yeah, you're right. His power is to right field. There's a swung and a shot down the first base line, fielded by the first baseman, and he'll take it himself for a put out. And that's the first out of the inning. So Grady Mee, probably the best hitter on the Tarp Skunks, goes 0 for 2 to begin this contest.
He was way out in front of that off-speed pitch and just rolled over it. A couple hopper right to the 2 hopper right to the first baseman.
So Mee is 368. Technically, Henry Juan, a catcher, is hitting 421. I don't know how many at-bats he has. First pitch now to the 2-hitter, Tommy Googans, second baseman.
Googans struck out his first time up also.
Call strike 1, 0-1.
Keltson's really settled in since that first inning.
Yeah, Keltson's been a roller coaster. He strikes out his first 2 batters and then gets into himself in a bases loaded jam twice, gives up a run, but now he's shutting down the Tarp Skunks. 0-2 delivery taken outside, ball 1. 1-2 here to Googans. Nice looking prospect, 6'5", 200 pounds. 1-2 delivery, swung on, and the shortstop drops back and
nice
makes
play.
a catch.
Man, I thought off the bat, I thought that was going to leak over his head, but he got a nice jump on it, nice read. Did not hit that very hard. You know, we've really only seen a couple hard hits out of this Tarp Skunks today. Keltson, after that first inning, like I said, even that first inning, you know, it was walk, a hit batsman. There was the hit to the shortstop, which was barreled pretty good. That was called a hit. That's their only hit of the game.
Braden Johnson comes to the plate. 3-hitter, takes call strike 1. Second pitch on its way. And that's taken for a ball. 1-1 now. 2 outs, bottom of the third.
Johnson had that hit in the first inning and scored a run on the throwing error by the pitcher trying to pick off the runner at second.
The 1-1 pitch swung on mightily, but fouled back.
Yeah, he threw him a hammer there, and he was way out in front. And I think he just barely got that on the tip of the bat.
Yeah, and it was close to catcher interference, and the catcher, on top of it all, took that one to the mask. 1-2 the count here. 2 outs, bottom of the third. Tarp Skunks up. They lead by 1, a score of 1-0. There's a little slow roll into the shortstop. We talked about this. Third baseman can't make the play, and Braden Johnson will get a hit.
He's 2 for 2 on the day, on the night. I'll bring up Matt Thompson, who was hit by a pitch. The first pitch he's seen, I believe.
Yeah, one pitch get drilled right in the shoulder. Ray Hernandez, the third baseman, did the right thing there, stepped in front of the shortstop, but
it was hit so softly there was no chance.
And Johnson has some wheels. So Jamestown now runner at first, 2 outs. First pitch delivery, and that's hit to the right side. Will the second baseman get
No,
there? No! And runners at first and second.
Station to station. You know, the second baseman for Elmira was cheating over a little bit for looking for the steal. He was going to cover, and that cost him because that just got under his glove.
So Matt Thompson has seen 2 pitches in his 2 at-bats. He's had a hit batsman and a single.
Zach Kent walked his first time up.
Zach Kent hitting in the 5-hole, batting from the right side. 2 outs, runners first and second for the Tarp Skunks. First pitch taken inside, ball 1.
So again, Keltson gets himself in trouble after getting the first 2 outs.
So Keltson, I don't know.
On himself.
Yeah, a lot of these guys are on pitch counts or inning counts. There's a steal of third, the throw down. I think they've got him.
No, he called him safe.
And Ray Hernandez, the third baseman, can't believe it. He looked out to me. The bag came out of the post. You know, these things, they have a little sleeve into the dirt, and then a square post goes down in it. So the third base got popped out of there.
So I don't know if Johnson was going on his own there or if it was called and Thompson just missed the sign because he stayed at first. It wasn't a double steal. Maybe Johnson had the green light. If you see, you can snag the base. Maybe he's got the wheels that he has the green light. So with 2 outs, I don't like that going. That's basic rule. First and third out. You don't make the first and third out at third base.
So Jamestown gets away with it. Play is stopped here as they're trying to figure out what to do with this third base bag.
Put it back in.
Yeah, my idea would be shove it back in there.
Yeah.
You know?
I don't know why.
I think the umpire, he was pawing around in the dirt there, and I'm not sure. Maybe there's not a sleeve there, or the sleeve is broken, so it's just into a hole in the dirt. And if that's the case, then that bag wouldn't be secure for quite some time.
Here comes a groundskeeper with a shovel. I don't know what he's going to do with that. But
see, now the groundskeepers, they were thinking they were done till about the, whenever it is they drag the field along about the 6th or 7th inning. But no, called into service.
Got to stay on your toes. If you're going to work here at Russell Diethrick Park.
Well, that grounds crew made quick work of that. He had a little tool to kind of clean that sleeve, I think.
Yeah, come on, Blue.
The Jamestown locals here give him a hand. Nice crowd tonight. It's a nice night.
It really is.
It's muggy, but it's June 30th, and it's supposed to be. Stepping into the batter's box now.
Zach Kent.
Well, he's been in there. 2-0 count delivered, and that ball is loose. It'll be a ball, and the runner on first advances to second. So now Jamestown has runners on second and third, 2 outs, and a 3-0 count coming in here to Kent.
They may put him on here with that 3-0 count. I don't know. I haven't been right yet, so I doubt it.
So Kent wearing 39, not 13.
Did I give you wrong information? I'm sorry.
Yeah, this will be your first time ever. Here's the swing on. It's a deep fly ball to left field. Left fielder retreating back to the track and makes the catch. Nice play.
3-0 has the green light and just barreled it up, just not enough.
So Cam Levesque, the left fielder, just kind of made that look easy, and it didn't look all that easy to me.
No.
So we've got 3 innings in the books, and the Tarp Skunks challenged and threatened in the bottom of the third, but nothing doing there. So our score remains 1-0 after 3 here on WRFA 107.9 FM. This is what happened in the other game.
Absolutely. Yeah, you can listen to all of them and even stream old episodes of Search to Garage or Community Matters in the archive. It's simple. Just go to the App Store or wherever you get your apps and type in WRFA. And here's the kicker. It's completely free.
That's amazing. I'm definitely going to download. Does it have the local news?
It has everything the radio has and more. Now leave me alone. I'm listening.
Could use a little breeze in there.
You're listening to Jamestown Tarp Skunks baseball right here on WRSALP 107.9 FM in Jamestown.
Back at Diethrick Park, campus of Jamestown Community College in Jamestown, New York. I'm Tom Ames. Alongside Derek Abbey, we've completed a third of the ball game here with Jamestown on top, 1-0. Jamestown scored that run in a messy bottom of the first inning. Could have been much worse, but Kelson, the pitcher for Elmira, kind of kept it together.
Little missed opportunity there in the bottom of the third for Jamestown. They had a chance to score, and just that Zach Kent barreled that last pitch up nicely.
Ray Hernandez at the plate. He hits a first pitch liner, hot one down to the first baseman, and the play is made by Colin Hauk. One pitch, one out here in the top of the fourth. Sun's still out. Lights come on here at Diethrick Park. You can see that Canadian wildfire smoke, though. It was interesting. It was gone on Wednesday. It was crystal clear blue sky, and then it was back yesterday and back with a vengeance today here on Friday. First pitch delivery is to Aiden Blake. Is strike one.
Aiden Blake had a single his first time up in the second inning.
Blake deep in that box, almost too far back. And the second pitch is also called a strike, so 0-2 here to Blake. One out, top of the fourth. 1-0 Jamestown. Here's the delivery, breaking ball, high and inside. That'll be ball one.
You know, I think the catcher actually fooled the umpire on that because he was set up so far outside and it came inside. It actually looked like a strike, but he missed a spot so badly.
1-2. That'll be a pass ball and a ball. 2-2. The count here to Blake. Blake where's number 9? He's the designated hitter. Hits in the 6 hole. 2-2 delivery from Saxon Meyer. Breaking ball. Breaking ball didn't break, and square in the scapula is a hit by a pitch.
I think he took that one on the armor. A lot of these kids, we were talking about it last time. I like seeing they don't have all the body armor on, but Blake did. And I think that's right where he took it.
Griffin Yastrzemski, the extra hitter, number 25, is at the plate with a runner at first, one out. Hits from the left side. Saxenmeyer, delivery. That one high, ball one.
Yastrzemski struck out looking in the second inning.
Saxenmeyer having a little control problem here, just minor. I think he'll get it back. 1-0 delivery, high, ball two.
Remember last inning, his fastball started riding high just like it is now. Made an adjustment, got out of the inning. See if he can do it again.
Different delivery points for Saxenmeyer. 2-0 man on first. Checks on him.
Not a very big lead.
No. I don't know if this is worthy of checking, but
got to keep him honest once in a while.
Here's the delivery. Ball high, foul territory. Will the third baseman, Thompson, have some room? And he didn't make the catch.
Can't give him extra outs like that.
That's what happened in the, top second.
Yeah.
When Jamestown should have been out of the inning, and Middleton couldn't handle that high pop fly that landed just in front of home plate.
That was in the first inning, and that was Johnson for Elmira that hit that.
Yeah. Well, I meant Middleton couldn't make the play, catcher.
Right.
I'm
sorry. I thought you said Middleton hit it. You are correct.
2-1 our count now as Saxenmeyer checks on the base runner Blake. Here's the delivery, and that's going to be called high, ball 3. So that's one out, man on first. We're in the top of the fourth. 3-1 the count.
That's where Saxenmeyer wants to pick up his teammate here and get a big strikeout. And he walked him.
Ball inside on 3-1. puts runners at first and second with 1 out. Middleton will go out and talk to his pitcher. Don Presto, the shortstop, will come to the plate. He hits in the 8 spot. Where's number 2? And the pitching coach for Jamestown is going to head to the mound slowly. I don't know if he's walking slowly to get an arm up. And there is somebody warming for Jamestown, but I think they're just starting.
Yeah, they're just got 2 people up scrambling around out there.
So while the pitching coach is chatting with the infield and the pitcher there, I mean, it's Saxenmeyer has thrown, we're only in the 4th, but he has thrown a lot of pitches.
He has.
For a young guy.
I didn't keep the pitch count, which I should have done. But, yeah, he for a young guy, we got to keep in mind, these kids, they're 18, 19 years old. And, I don't know, hot, humid, dead air day like this, that just gets tiring, And not only does that give you a chance for your pitchers in the bullpen to get warm, gives him a little breather going out there. And, what do we want to do here? If they want to put a play on, just talk a little bit, settle them down. Let's make a pitch right here and pick up our 3rd baseman.
All right, Saxmeyer stays in. And here comes the first pitch delivery to number 2, Don Presto.
Presto grounded out to shortstop to end the 2nd inning.
Call ball 1. 1 out, 1st and 2nd. Elmira threatening. 2nd pitch, also called the ball. So Saxenmeyer having trouble finding the plate. And these Pioneers from Elmira, you throw them a strike, they're going to swing at it.
Yeah, they're aggressive and they're being smart here, though. They're not swinging at bad pitches. And, hey, if Saxenmeyer's going to give us a gift, then, broken bat.
So the 2-0 pitch is fouled back, and the bat, it doesn't really shatter. It's just a little slice comes off the barrel.
And there's a good example right there how aggressive these Elmira pitchers. Here's a pitcher, he's struggling to throw strikes. In my mind, I'm going to make him work a little. I'm going to take a strike. Not these kids. They're up there to hit. It's 2-0. He's having a hard time finding the strike zone, but they don't care. If he throws one over the plate, I'm hacking at it.
So Saxenmeyer goes to Wagner College, which is in Staten Island, but he hails from Holly Springs, North Carolina, which is just southeast of Raleigh. So he knows what heat's all about.
Yeah.
So our count 2-1, runners at 1st and 2nd, 1 out. Swung on, a little floater, and it's going to fall for a base hit. That should bring in a run.
No, it's not going to. He had to hold up to make sure it got over the second baseman's head. So it's just station to station.
So runners on all bags, still 1 out.
Good time for a 6-4-3.
You need a double play badly. It's Christian Zilli. You're down to your 9-hitter. Zilli playing 2nd here tonight. He bats from the right side. Bases jammed, 1 out.
Zilli 1 for 1 today.
Delivery from Saxenmeyer, fouled back. I think that would have been ball 1.
They're hacking.
Yeah, you've got Saxenmeyer up there who's had a little control issue right now, and Elmira's helping him.
Yeah.
2nd pitch delivery, 0-1, breaking ball, beauty, and it's called strike 2.
That was a good pitch. That froze Zilli. He did not expect to see the deuce coming and dropped right in there.
So a strikeout would be just what the doctor ordered if you're a Tarp Skunks fan. And we're going to
he balked.
Yeah, he did. That's a great
he sure
call.
Did.
He's chopped up his motion. So that ties the game now. The balk walks in a run. So runners now at 2nd and 3rd, still 1 out. And Zilli still at the plate.
And, he really should have been out of the inning. That drop foul ball over at 3rd. But now you buckle down. Get out of it here.
0-2 the count to Zilli. Here's the delivery, and that one's going to be high ball 1. 1-2. Score tied now, 1 apiece.
I would imagine this is Saxenmeyer's last inning if he gets out of this.
1-2 delivery, and that, oh man, that looked good. They call that ball 2. And Saxenmeyer, you can see his body language. Tired and thought that was a strike.
Yeah.
2-2 delivery, runners on second and third. That is call strike 3. That one looked outside, but you know, when you're not dead behind the plate, it's kind of hard to question the ump.
Well, I kind of watched where the catcher catches the ball, and that did actually look low and outside, but you know, they got a better view than we do.
So that's a big strikeout.
Huge strikeout.
Too bad if you're Jamestown, you know, you get a balk in there that costs you a run. So 2 outs now, runners at second and third. Tarp Skunks tied it up here 1-1. They've got a chance to add on here now with the 10-hitter Cam Levesque playing left field. Made a nice catch to end the previous half inning. Takes ball 1. Here's the second pitch delivery. Swung on, fouled back, evens the count at 1-1.
Yeah, he helped him out there too. It looked like that ball might have been a little high. There's something to be said for being aggressive, but you got a tiring pitcher there in a tight ball game that you want to win. You don't want to help him out too much.
1-1 delivery on its way, fouled back, strike 2.
That was a healthy hack at it.
So we're tied at 1 in the top of the 4th here. Elmira has 2 outs, but they have runners at second and third, and a 1-2 count on Cam Levesque. Saxonmeyer on the mound, delivering. And that one's going to be just a little bit outside. That'll even it up at 2-2.
That was actually, I like that pitch. It was a nice curve ball, and he almost got Levesque to bite at it.
2-2 delivery, 2 outs, runners at second and third. Saxonmeyer delivers, swung on. It's a short, slow ground ball to the third baseman. Will he make the play? I think he does. What a big play there. And Levesque thought he was safe, but it was a nice stretch by the first baseman, Colin Houck, who didn't handle one in the first inning that almost cost him.
And Matt Johnson picked himself up there after that error he made in foul territory. Just made a beautiful play, beautiful throw there.
So Jamestown Tarp Skunks give up a run on a bases-loaded balk. That ties the game at 1-1 here in the middle of the 4th.
Support for WRFA Radio is brought to you in part by listeners like you. WRFA is a non-commercial, non-profit community radio station. Anyone who wants to make donation of any amount can do so simply by clicking the donate button located on the menu bar of our website, WRFALP.com. It's fast and easy. Checks of any amount can also be made out to WRFA Radio and mailed to the radio station at 116 East 3rd Street, Jamestown, New York, 14701. Local businesses are also encouraged to make an underwriting contribution to WRFA. To learn more about becoming a station underwriter, email WRFA@reglinay.com. If you enjoy this program, please consider making a donation or underwriting contribution today. Your support is greatly appreciated.
So, you know, I check my phone in these half innings here, and our buddy Justin Wallace says, Tom, everybody knows what the Chautauqua Institution is. Well, I don't think everybody that is listening and watching this ball game is necessarily from Chautauqua County in western New York.
Yeah.
You know? So there.
Yeah. I try to check my phone once in a while, and all they're doing is breaking my horn, so.
All right, to the plate come the Tarp Skunks. And Colin Houck, who just made that nice stretch at first base, takes ball 1. Tied at 4, bottom of the 4th. Swung on, foul ball. It will go out of play, I believe.
I believe so. Houck walked his first time up in the first inning. I also got to mention my friend from Tennessee is listening to our broadcast today. Hello, Jennifer.
There's a Jason Sample, the manager. He points out, you know, how many people are listening on the web or watching on the stream, you know, throughout the country. It's interesting. Get like little pins dropped, if you will. And you can see where they all over. There's usually about 400 or 500 chiming in on the stream per game, right, in that neighborhood. 1-2 count now to Houck. Here's the delivery from Keldson, and that's taken low, ball 2. So the count evens at 2 balls and 2 strikes.
That was a nice take on that. That's a tough pitch with 2 strikes to take.
2-2 delivery from Keldson, and that's going to be high. That'll make the count go full at 3-2.
Good at bat here, worked it full after going behind.
Houck batting from the right side against the right-handed Keldson. Here's the payoff pitch, and it's fouled off down the right field line. That'll go out of play as well. So we'll do it again.
I miss seeing all the kids just scrambling for those foul balls. There's a few still, but you remember coming here when it was the Jamestown Expos and just scramble for that foul ball.
Yeah, you
come out with a black eye if you're not careful.
You risked your health. 3-2 delivery from Keldson to Houck. Swung on, driven to left center field, and will they camp under it? I think they will.
Oh,
warning
right
track.
To the track. He barreled that, and it just didn't carry in this dead air. And a great play by Granato out there in center to run that down.
There's a little breeze blowing out. I mean, you look at the American flag out there in center field, and it's blowing out. But
there is a little breeze now. Yeah, you're all right.
I wouldn't call it. It's going to carry it.
It's not a Wrigley Field breeze.
No. Drew Garth at the plate, batting from the left side. First pitch swung on and fouled away into the parking lot.
Garth struck out his first time up in the first inning to end the first. Looks like Jamestown's getting a little more aggressive at the plate now, too. Trying to get that run back.
0-1 delivery, taken outside, ball 1, 1-1 our count. Garth at the plate. 1 out, nobody aboard. Tie game. There's a squibber to the pitcher, and this should be an easy play, and it is. If you're scoring at home, it's 1-3.
If you're scoring here, it's 1-3 too. Also. Okay, we'll go with 2 again. This seems to be where Keldson gets in trouble. Gets 2 quick outs, and then Jamestown starts to get some base runners and put a little pressure on him.
Luke Fuller at the plate, swung on the first pitch, drives it to
head.
deep to right field, going back, and he can't handle it. This will go in for a double.
Oh. That should have been 3. He was watching it the whole time.
It bounced. It's on the warning track, so he had to travel a long way.
Yeah. As soon as it was hit, I thought it was over his head, and I hate to say it, Fuller just cruised and watched the whole time. He should have easily been on third base. That ball was up there forever.
Yeah, he's celebrating at second.
So, like I said, we'll go with 2.
Fuller now at the plate.
Middleton.
Middleton, 18. Fuller.
Middleman, right?
Middleman, yes. Middleman is at the plate, the catcher. Luke Fuller's the one that just hit it. And
right.
You're right. He was celebrating at second, and I think, the third base coach Jordan Bazil might not be celebrating with him. So 2 outs, man on second now for the Tarp Skunks. Game tied at 1. Swung on, and this will go to the shortstop. Presto fires across the diamond, and it's high, but he gets the out anyway. Good play by that first baseman for Elmira. That's Joe Muzio. So we're now complete with 4 innings. Jamestown again threatened a little bit with 2 outs, as they seem to have done through 3 of the 4 innings here in this ball game. So through 4, we're tied at 1. You're listening to Perfect Game Collegiate Baseball on WRFA 107.9 FM. You can also hear us streaming on WRFALP.com/streaming. You get the audio there, and you could go to the Tarp Skunks YouTube channel, and where our audio is melded in with the stream. So we'll be back after these messages.
Show your support for community radio in Jamestown by making a tax-deductible donation to WRFA. Just go to
Bob Cross.
WRSALP.com and look for the
Donate
donate
some
button
hot
in the
dogs
menu
and
bar at the top of the website. It's fast and easy. All you need is a credit
Pepsi up
card
here or
or a
something.
debit card. And you can donate any amount you want. Again, show your support for community radio in Jamestown by donating to WRSA by going online to WRSALP.com.
You need a water?
Yeah. Baseball right here on WRSALP 107.9 FM in Jamestown.
So 4 innings through. We had a 6:30 start, and it's 7:46. So that's a reasonable flow here. We've got a new pitcher for the Tarp Skunks, as we suspected, as Saxonmeyer had tired a little bit.
Looks like Jason Mazik. 1-0 on the season, 7.36 ERA. Big freshman from Wagner, 6'2", 225.
Yeah, there's 1, 2, 3, 4 players from Wagner, and they're all freshmen. So obviously they're not all from the same town. I mean, Mazik is from Houston, Texas, and Bilka, we saw pitch a little bit. He's from Latham, New York, which is Albany area, Albany, New York.
Bilka pitched that great game, the first game we did.
Yeah, terrific. Where else we got? We got a North Carolina kid. That's Saxonmeyer, who just came out, and one more. Wagner College from just north of Boston in Wakefield is Zach Kent, who's in the lineup tonight.
We even got representative from Canada running away from those fires.
Yeah, it's a town that's
Mono, Canada.
Yeah, northwest of Toronto, if I'm not mistaken. Toronto, a nice city.
Mono, Ontario, not Mono, Canada. Einstein. Pretty evenly matched game so far, which you would expect. Jamestown being 12-6 and Elmira 11-7. 5 hits for Elmira, 4 for the Skunks. Only 1 error, and that was committed by Elmira, and it was on the pitcher when he tried to pick off the runner at second, allowing the run to score.
Yeah, it's too bad about that balk for Jamestown, but I'm not a big fan of seeing a team score that way.
So, Jamestown's run is going to be an unearned run, and I'm not 100% sure on the balk.
You would think that's unearned. I don't know the rule. Leadoff hitter Matt Granato, the center fielder, wearing number 1. He'll step into the batter's box, hits from the right side, likes to crowd that plate a little bit. So Mazik, I think it's Mazik actually. First pitch delivery and call strike 1.
Granato 1 for 2 tonight. He flew out to right field in the first and singled in the third.
Top of the 5th. Swung on. One quick little short hop to the second baseman, and the second baseman makes a terrific play.
I want to tell you something. That was a tough play. That was an in-between hop that he sat back on rather than charging or stepping back. And just that play was so much tougher than it looked. It was an in-between hop, and did a beautiful job. That's Tommy Googans.
Yeah, tough little squirt, and the ball was kind of squirting. It was hit to the right side from a right-handed hitter. They had a little slice spin on it. 1 out. First pitch to the 2-hitter. That's John Schroeder, is fouled down the left field line, out of play.
Schroeder is 0 for 1 tonight in 2 plate appearances. He struck out in the first and walked in the third.
0-1, 1 out. Nobody aboard. Tied at 1. Second pitch delivery was called ball 1. Middleman has to fish that ball.
We've seen Schroeder
Mazik.
both games, haven't we? He was behind the dish.
One delivery. Mazik. It's in the dirt, and it went off the hand of Middleman.
He's got a little zip on that fastball. Another Mazik, another pitcher, strictly from the stretch. No windup.
And the umpire now will clean the plate, but I think that's a gift to let his catcher, Middleman, sort of get the feeling back in his right thumb.
I was going to say the same thing. I think he was just giving Middleman a little breather there after taking that low pitch off his bare hand.
2-1 delivery forthcoming. 1 out. Delivery fouled back. 2-2 now.
One thing about these aggressive hitters, it makes for a quick ball game relative.
Yeah, both pitchers, both Saxonmeyer and Keldon, had at least 1 inning apiece that they got
Stretched
themselves
out
in
a
trouble.
little bit,
Yeah, threw a lot of pitches, probably 30 pitches.
And a couple defensive plays that extended innings.
2-2 delivery, ball hit down the left field line. That's out of play. Almost a nice catch in the bullpen.
Almost a nice catch means a bad
catch, yeah. So Schroeder seems to be behind Mazikir as the left-handed hitter is following him down the left field side. 2-2 delivery as Mazik shakes off Middleman. Here's the delivery, and it is not competitive. Ball 3 in the dirt. 3-2.
Looks like he's got a little more zip than what we've seen so far. As you can see, Schroeder would way behind that fastball that went down into the Tarp Skunks bullpen.
1 out payoff pitch here. The top 5 delivered and fouled back again. So Schroeder is working Mazik here with a lot of pitches. Let's see, so he's got 3, 5, he's got 8. This is about maybe the 9th pitch coming here.
If he had a good wig man, he'd keep the pitch count for you.
Yeah, that's right.
It's going to have to be now.
3-2 delivery. Swing and a missed.
Blow by you.
2 outs now in the top of the 5th inning, tied at 1.
That's called the high stinky cheese. Can't catch up to it.
So coming to the plate is the 3-hitter, Joe Muzio. Playing first base tonight. Made a nice play down there in the last half inning.
Muzio 1 for 2 tonight, a single and stolen base in the first, and flew out to center in the third.
Here's the delivery to the lefty, Muzio, and that's taken for strike 1.
Great spot for that. Painting the black.
That's the best pitch in baseball is strike 1. 0-1, 2 outs, swung on.
Yes, he did go.
And they'll say it. This time they actually do check with the first base ump.
Yeah,
says
and
yes.
I've always wondered about that. You got a left-handed hitter up. The base umpire's at first. How does he have a better view of that than the home plate umpire?
True. You know, if you had normal umpire staff, you'd
go
to the third base.
Right.
But the 0-2 delivery is taken high and inside. Makes the count 1-2.
Good spot for that pitch. Again, an 0-2 competitive pitch, especially against these aggressive Meyer hitters.
Mazik delivery.
Yes, sir.
Oh, call strike 3 for the 3rd out.
I really don't know what he was complaining about. That was a beautiful pitch.
So no runs in the top of the 5th. The game remains tied at 1 after 5.5.
Actually 4.5, but
4.5.
Support for WRFA's coverage of the Jamestown Tarp Skunks is brought to you in part by Reg Linnaeus Center for the Arts, the official license holder of WRFA Radio. Reg Linnaeus Center for Arts is located in the heart of downtown Jamestown at 106 East 3rd Street. It offers comprehensive programming that inspires, educates, and empowers our community. Reg Linnaeus also offers rental of its facilities to the public, providing spaces for 112 to 120 to 12, for 12 to 1,200 guests. The popular movies at the Reg offers a safe and comfortable environment for patrons to watch a wide variety of films with food and beverage also available. For more information, visit reglinnae.com or call 716-664-2465.
Reg Linnaeus, also a nice, beautiful spot here in our neck of the woods. similar to the Warner Theater.
So, you know, it's 5 hits for Elmira, 4 for the Skunks, only 1 error, 1-1 ball game, and we're just finishing this. Tarp Skunks are just getting up for their second at bat. And this Alex Servia, his second at bat tonight, flew out to the second baseman his first time up. And Elmira's, you know, 3 hitters into their third.
Yeah, you're right. First pitch call strike to Sevilla, and second pitch delivered swinging strike. Nowhere near. I think he was fooled on that breaking ball. So here we are in the bottom of the 5th, halfway through the ball game, tied at 1. The 0-2 delivery is non-competitive and into the dirt from Keldson.
Well, I guess that isn't that much of a discrepancy. It seems that Elmira does have 1 more at bat than Jamestown. Scratch everything I said.
So, and Sevilla's hitting in that 10 spot, too,
Yeah.
so you're going to go up to top of the order, Grady Mee, after this batter.
That ball was way down and out to even the count up to 2-2.
Another non-competitive pitch. Here's the 2-2 delivery. Swung on and missed. Not a great at-bat.
I would call that a non-competitive swing.
Yeah, that was Sevilla's. He could hit.
Yeah, he can, and it was almost like he wasn't ready to hit on that pitch. He got fooled by a fastball right down the middle, and he decided way late that he wanted to swing at it.
Yeah, and Keldson, he doesn't waste any time. He's quick pitches a little bit. Grady Mee, leadoff hitter, takes call strike 1.
Grady Mee 0 for 2 tonight. Struck out in the first and grounded out to the third baseman in the third.
0-1 pitch here from Keldson. The bottom of the 5th, swung on and
There's a
over
base
the
hit.
head of the first baseman. This will be at least 1.
He's
and
going for
Mee's
2.
going to, oh no, he pulled back. He went hard on that rounding.
And I love it. He was thinking 2 right out of the box, and I didn't think he had a chance at it, but, you know, I love the way that kid plays. That is just pure hustle. He's out of the box. He was thinking that's a double.
Yeah.
And he made the right choice. If that right fielder bobbles it in the least, he gets the double because he was watching it all the way, hustling. Right fielder made a good play, didn't bobble it, and got back to first in plenty of time. Great hustle.
Credit Cooper Smith, the right fielder. He got to it quickly.
Yes.
Fielded it cleanly. And Cooper Smith is the one that gave up that thing. There's a bunt. They're going to go small ball. They're going to throw it to second. And the ball's into center field. And Grady Mee will go to third.
That's 2 errors on their pitcher tonight. Both throwing to second base.
That was elementary.
No, that's fielder's choice. Not a sack, it's fielder's choice. But he had a lot of time. That was not a great bunt. It went right back to the pitcher, Keldson. He had plenty of time, just turned, make an accurate throw, and threw it right over the second baseman's head.
Yeah, you're probably not turning 2 there.
No,
but you're going to get the lead runner.
Plenty of time to get the lead runner.
Instead, Jamestown has runners at the corners with 1 out, and Braden Johnson, who's having a nice night tonight at the plate. Keldson in a bit of a jam there. They squared a bunt, and he pulls it back. Well, this is their MO here in Jamestown, and Jordan Bazil, the head man, they like small ball.
Braden Johnson is 2 for 2 tonight with a run scored on that first error by Keldson. He's also stole third in the third inning.
1-0 the count. They check on the runner at first and narrowly getting back. Googans, Tommy Googans, second baseman, who made that terrific defensive play. So Braden Johnson, and he's having a nice game. He'd like to see him cut him loose here. Here's the delivery. It's taken for strike 1. 1-1 now our count, 1 out. We're in the bottom of the 5th, tied at 1. Jamestown at the plate with runners at the corners.
You want to look for a pitch here, something to hit deep to score me from third.
Here's the delivery. Oh, he squares the bunt. The ball is woefully outside. So that makes the count 2-1. Now you're really in a hitter's pitch here, aren't you, Zeke? I mean, I'm not bunting here, are you?
I listen, Tom. Every time I try to guess what they're going to do, I'm wrong. So I'll leave the
2-1 delivery. It's taken ball 3
I'll leave the premonitions to you.
Well, I'm not sure I'm quite in Jordan Bazille's head to know what he's going to do.
I actually would like to see, I don't know what kind of speed Googans has. He's a second baseman. He's a middle infielder. But I'd like to see him moving a little bit, get the double play out of the picture.
3-1 delivery. It's taken at strike 2. That'll fill the count.
That almost looked like he was taken all the way, which makes 0 sense.
So 3-2. I'm not sure it was a great pitch to hit, but it was a strike nonetheless.
Googans has got to be moving here.
3-2. 1 out. Runners at the corners. Here's the delivery. Take it inside, ball 4. Solid at bat for Braden Johnson.
Bases loaded, 1 out. We got to find a way to get a couple here.
Johnson at first. Googans moves over to second on the walk. Grady Mee stays put at third. 1 out. Bases loaded. And Matt Thompson, the cleanup hitter, comes to the plate.
Matt Thompson 1 for 1 in his 2 trips to the plate. He was hit by a pitch in the first inning and collected a single in the third.
Thompson, a dangerous hitter here for the Tarp Skunks. Good spot for him.
Something out of the infield.
Here's the first pitch, taken outside, ball 1.
Be aggressive here.
Joseph Keldzen working his way through the 5th inning here. Got himself in a jam. 1 out, bases loaded in a tie ball game. Cleanup hitter Matt Thompson with a 1-0 count. Here's the second pitch. Swung on and missed. A beautiful breaking ball.
Wow. He could have swung at that twice. That was a beautiful hammer from Keldzen.
Count evens at 1 ball and 1 strike to go along with 1 out and a 1-1 game. Thompson
got to put it in play.
Swung on. It's a fly ball to shallow center field. Means going to tag, and they're going to send him. Going to force a good throw, and it's a good one. And Mee is dead. Hats off to Matt Granado in center field for the Elmira Pioneers. He throws a strike to the plate and gets Grady Mee for the 3rd out.
That was a beautiful, I mean, I wouldn't have recommended sending him there. I understand the aggressiveness at this level. You know, it's got to be a strike, and it was. But I like the aggressiveness on the base pass, but that was a really shallow hit to center. And he had a lot of time to set up. He had a lot of time to set up and throw.
It took a good throw, though, because Mee was right there.
Yeah,
bang,
it did
bang.
take a good throw, but it wasn't like he was halfway to the fence. He had a lot of time to set himself up behind the baseball and get a good crow hop and fire a strike. And let's face it, yeah, this isn't the majors, but these kids know how to play the game, you know.
Yeah. I trusted the scoreboard there when it said 1 out, and when in fact it was 2, so my apologies there. But we have 5 innings now in the book, and we are still tied at 1. You're listening to Perfect Game Collegiate Baseball on WRFA 107.9 FM.
Calling all adventure lovers. Infinity has the thing to get you out exploring Chautauqua County this summer. Infinity's Ultimate Adventure Challenge takes place from May 1st through November 16th, 2023. Visit various locations provided by Infinity in this fun adventure that combines beautiful local public art and aspects of popular hiking challenges with a family-friendly scavenger hunt. All proceeds support music and arts education for children and teens at the Infinity Center. For more information, you can visit Infinity Performing Arts online at infinityperformingarts.org. You're listening to Jamestown Tarp Skunks baseball right here on WRFA 107.9 FM in Jamestown.
Back here, top 6 now. The Pioneers at the plate.
Cooper Smith.
And Mazik on the mound. First pitch delivery. It's taken ball. Man, it looked good.
Smith is 0 for 2 tonight. Struck out in the first and grounded out to shortstop in the third.
1-0 count to Smith. Mazik working in his 2nd inning of work. And that one taken high as well. He must be just missing high here.
Yeah, that one did look a little up. I didn't see the first one, to tell you the truth. I was looking at my book.
He's catching plate for sure. 2-0 delivery.
Yes, it did catch plate.
And swung on and fouled down right field side and into the bleacher section. What do they used to say? Rough kind of a lucky souvenir for some youngster.
Yeah. But maybe they throw him back into this level. I don't know.
2-1 delivery. And that one must have been low and outside because these are very competitive pitches here from Mazikin. But he's earned himself a 3-1 count here to begin the top of the 6th.
You know,
Smith swings on that 3-1 pitch and fouls it away to bring the count to 3-2.
You know, these Jamestown pitchers, they pound the strike zone, but it's also a product of the aggressiveness of Elmira. The last game we worked, I don't think there was more than 1 or 2 walks by Elmira. Tonight, 2 walks, 1 hit batsman.
3-2 delivery, swung on, and it's looped into right field. This will be a tough play, but he gets there. Nice play by Drew Garth in right field, catches a kind of a lazy fly ball right on the line.
Right on the foul line. Got a nice jump on that, kind of tailed away from him, and you know, off the bat I thought that might drop down, and Drew Garth's first 2 steps, you know, he took 2 quick steps and you could tell he had a beat on it right after that. Great jump.
Ray Hernandez, the third baseman, hitting in the 5-hole at the plate.
You know, when I used to play here, those foul lines from the dirt all the way to the fence was a fire hose. It was a fire hose painted white.
First pitch is strike to Hernandez. Here's second pitch on its way. And ball 1.
Umpire took that one off the shin.
Yeah, Middleman didn't handle that one too well. And
umpire's got to hate a catcher that struggles on the balls in the dirt.
1 out, nobody aboard, 1-1 count. And to Hernandez, and that pitch outside, 2-1 now. Hernandez, you can tell he's an athlete, good third baseman.
Yeah. Hernandez is 0 for 2 tonight. Flew out to center and grounded up to the first baseman.
2-1 delivery fouled back to the backstop. 2-2 now our count. 1 out. Top of the 6th, tied at 1. The Pioneers from Elmira at the plate.
Hernandez has got a great playoff beard going too.
2-2 delivery. Mazick on its way just outside. I thought he was going to ring him up.
You know, I don't have the umpires' names, but he twitched a little there. Like he was gonna ring him up and change his mind.
Second consecutive 3-2 count here in the top of the 6th. And Ray Hernandez at the plate. He'll take inside on the payoff pitch, and that's ball 4. So
right when I said not a lot of walks.
So Mazick walks his second batter after a nice play by the right fielder, Drew Garth, to get the out on the first hitter of the inning.
That brings up Aiden Blake, the DH. He is 1 for 1 in his 2 plate appearances. Had a single and was hit by a pitch and scored the Pioneers' only run.
And on first, 1 out. Here's the delivery to Blake, and it's outside. So now Mazick having trouble finding the strike zone. He throws heat, and he has been on point. When he's thrown a ball, it's been just off. But now he's throwing a couple non-competitive pitches. 1-0 to Blake. Here's the delivery. Swung on deep to right field. Garth is on his horse. He's not going to get there. This is going to go off the wall and retrieving it in. This is going to be a triple and a run scored. Play at the plate. The throw is offline, and the pitcher backs up the play nicely to save another run. That would have been a triple and an error. But as it is, a triple to right field. That Garth had no chance at that.
No, and that's the difference between hustling out of the box instead of cruising and seeing if he catches it right there. He was thinking third all the way, didn't watch the ball, just busted his butt all the way to the third base. That's Aiden Blake, he really barreled that.
So a triple by Blake breaks the tie. 2-1 now, Elmira. And at the plate is Griffin Yastrzemski, the extra hitter.
Yastrzemski is 0 for 1 in his 2 plate appearances. Struck out looking in the 2nd and walked in the 4th.
0-1 delivery is low and in the dirt. 1-1 now, our count. Still 1 out here. Man at third.
I'd like to see
for Elmira.
I'd like to see Middleman drop down to his knees on that ball in the dirt rather than trying to just glove it.
Mazik's giving up a run here. Top of the 6th inning. And the 1-1 delivery is low, ball 2, so 2-1 now, and Mazik having a little trouble finding that strike zone.
Yeah, he's laboring a little bit, and you can see there's a little less zip on his fastball already, too.
Yeah, there's almost no wind right now. Everything's settled down. Here's the delivery.
Ooh.
Inside, almost hits the batter. It'll be 3-1 now.
All 3 of those pitches not competitive.
Yeah, he's the pitching coach is on the top step of the dugout, and so
they do have someone throwing a little long toss out there.
If Mazik doesn't get this batter, there's going to be a mound visit. Here's a swing, and a foul ball is going to go
out of play.
Yeah, out of play. 3-2 our count here. Mazik desperately needs an out here.
And again, the aggressiveness of the Elmira hitters helps the struggling Tarp Skunks pitcher. Yeah, he could use a pop-up or a strikeout. Pop-up in the infield or a strikeout right here.
Yastrzemski at the plate, count full. Here's the delivery, and the ball fouled off.
Oh,
almost
got Blake.
Blake, who was the base runner at third. And
that was moving too.
So they have to wait to retrieve that foul ball.
Buckle down on this pitch right here, kid.
3-2 delivery again.
He got him.
Swung on and missed.
Beautiful breaking ball. That was gutsy right there, coming with that breaking ball on 3-2. Of course, he did have first base open, and the pitching coach will come out after that.
And strolling slowly to the mound.
That was a huge strikeout for Mazik.
There's a left-handed pitcher warming. I can't quite see him. He's right. The light pole is directly in the way.
Yeah, and we got the binoculars here, but I can't get the angle around there to use the binoculars.
You need the Tom McCann device.
Yeah, that old spy thing.
Yeah. Like there's sometimes at golf courses you see those things. There's a golf course near Darien Lake that you're hitting uphill, and they have this Tom McCann thing. I know I'm dating myself, it's like a periscope, you think, and you look into it, and then you can see, it's so tall, you could see over there to see if the golfers, the group in front of you is out of the way.
Gotcha.
See if you know where they hit or not. You know, some of them usually ring a bell, but this one had a little periscope device.
This is high tech. We don't use bells. We got Hunt for Red October periscopes.
Okay, back into the box goes Don Presto, the shortstop. He's having a nice night tonight. Man at third, 2 outs. Here's the delivery from Mazik. Oh, it's a pass ball.
No, it's a hip. He hit him, and this is so hard to call. I know, but you're supposed to at least make a movement to get out of the way. But that was even worse. He leaned into that, stuck his arm right out with that armor, that elbow armor, and took it off that pad.
Yeah, you wonder if they would do
I hate that. I mean, it's such a hard thing for an umpire to call, but come on.
Yeah,
that's.
If there was no armor, you wonder if somebody would do that.
No.
They dared to lean in. So runners at first and third now, as Presto is hit by pitch. Kristen Zilli is at the plate, and he takes ball 1. Zilli is the second baseman hitting in the 9-hole. So 2 outs, runners at the corners, a 2-1 game here with Elmira over Jamestown in the 6th. Mazik checks on the runner at first.
Zilli 1 for 2 tonight with a single in the 3rd and struck out looking in the 4th.
Blake at third, Yastrzemski at first, Presto at first, and Zilli at the plate. 2 outs.
Runner goes.
Runner goes. They're going to let him go. So now runners at second and third.
That was a strike.
And the count evens to 1-1. Now the air is picking up again, and that big old American flag is waving. Laying idle just moments ago. 1-1, 2 outs. Runners at second and third. Breaking ball swung on and missed. The count goes to 1-2 now.
See him buckle down and get out of this, just giving up that one run. A little minor victory for him.
Yeah, I mean, 2-1.
No, yeah, absolutely.
It's a very tight ball game. 1-2 delivery from Mazik.
And
swung on and missed.
Nice job, kid.
Strikeout to get out of the inning.
And credit to coaches for showing some confidence in him. They went out, they calmed him down. They didn't take him out, left him in there and let him do his thing.
So Mazik gets a pair of strikeouts essentially at the end, but he gives up a run. And so after 5.5 innings, it's Elmira 2 and Jamestown 1.
Support for WRFA's coverage of Jamestown Tarp Skunks is brought to you in part by Schultz Auto Group. Schultz Auto Group, celebrating over 50 years serving automotive needs of the greater Jamestown community with an excellent customer buying and ownership experience. All repair facilities have experienced and factory-trained technicians with state-of-the-art equipment for all automotive needs, no matter what engine type, gas, diesel, or electric. Schultz Auto Group, a proud supporter of Tarp Skunk Baseball on WRFA. For more information, call 1-866-931-2998 or visit schultzautogroup.com.
That's Keldon still in there, correct?
Yeah.
So Keldon going.
No, that's not Keldon. That is not Keldon.
Looks like him.
It isn't.
45.
I don't have a 40. I got a 48 and a 49. Is it 49?
That would be Gardner Meeks. I have to check my.
Yep, that is Gardner Meeks. Gardner Meeks, 2-1 with a 1.32 ERA on the season. Sophomore from Roanoke College.
When they give you a lineup card, at least when Andy Drum, the headman, does, in the corner, he writes who he thinks he's going to pitch tonight. And sure enough, it's Meeks written. I had to dial that up.
Okay, I gotta say this. Chummer, thank you for listening. I gotta get you on the radio. I just got a text from him, said, Justin all happy. He got mentioned on the radio. Jimmy sad.
Oh, boy. Well, these guys, especially Chummer, Jim Brown, are radio colleagues.
Yes,
and
yes.
So they listen to our work.
Who was invited up, come up here with us, and could have kept the book for us. Kept the stats,
We're talking about Jim Brown. I mean, Jim Brown played college baseball for Canisius.
Yep.
I mean,
that kid could rake.
He could chime in here. So Jamestown
lefty just with rope line drives into that right center gap right there. See that 414 gap right there, that sign?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he used to put them off that wall all the time.
All right. Well, now the Tarp Skunks find themselves trailing for the first time of the ball game.
Zach Kent up for the third time tonight. 0 for 1 with a walk and a fly out to left.
Kent takes ball 1. So you would think Jamestown would go into even more small ball mentality here. That's their modus operandi. 1-0 delivery is swung on and missed.
Healthy cut.
Meeks, nice delivery. Meeks is 5'8", 175, a sophomore from Roanoke College, which is near Richmond, Virginia. And strike 2 is taken.
Looks like another pitcher that pounds the strike zone.
Zach Kent facing 1 and 2. Nobody on.
Oh,
a little
he
sidearm.
Wow.
Strike 3 on a swing. So Zach Kent goes down on strikes. And that brings up Colin Houck, first baseman. He's had a nice game in the field. That one little miscue in the first inning maybe, but since then has played solidly.
Colin 0 for 1 tonight with a walk and a fly out to center. And that one was hit well. He went sidearm again. Wow. It's a different, it almost looks like he throws that harder when he drops down. And he's not just 3/4 either. He's going full sidearm.
Yeah, Houck didn't like that call. Thought it was way inside. I think he had a point. And now he goes back overhand,
Wow.
Meeks, and that is a ball. So 1-1.
That's kind of
Houck.
tough. That's kind of tough as a hitter. He disguises that really well, whether he's going to come over the top or sidearm.
Here comes sidearm, and that's going to be called strike 2. 1-2 now.
That ball looked up.
Gardner Meeks. Kid can throw. 5'8", 175-pound sophomore. He's from Virginia Beach and goes to Roanoke College, which is not too far away. Here's the delivery. That one way outside. That evens at 2-2. 1 out here in the bottom of the 6th inning. And Elmira leads 2-1. Elmira got their first run on a balk, bases loaded balk.
Yeah.
Delivery 2-2, swung on, shortstop Presto has another chance, fires across the diamond, and out number 2.
Well, Hoke's made some solid contact tonight, just hasn't found a hole. Brings up Drew Garth, 0 for 2. Drew Garth, 0 for 2, struck out in the first and grounded out to the pitcher in the 4th.
Left-handed hitter, and Garth out in right field has had plenty of activity here this evening. 2 outs, bottom of the 6th, 2-1 score. Elmira over Jamestown. First pitch, breaking ball called strike 1.
Got to go with 2 outs again.
It's been the way it's rolled here for Jamestown. 0-1 delivery, swung on, fouled straight up. This catcher has a chance on it and handled.
That's how it's done.
That's 3 up and 3 down in the bottom of the 6th. And Tarp Skunks trail by Elmira by a score of 2-1. So we'll move here to the top of the 7th inning. You're listening to Perfect Game Collegiate Baseball on WRFA 107.9 FM.
For its 3rd straight season in 2023. All Tarp Skunks home games are being broadcast right here on 107.9 FM, as well as streaming worldwide at the station's website, WRSALP.com. In addition, the Tarp Skunks will provide the in-game broadcast for all home games on their YouTube channel, Video Stream. Our 2023 coverage of the Jamestown Tarp Skunks is made possible through funding from the Corporation for Public Broadcasting, Chautauqua Institution, and Schultz Auto Group. For a complete broadcast schedule, visit Tarp Skunks page on the WRSA website or check out our event schedule on Facebook.
So today's June 30th.
The Jamestown Tarp Skunks baseball right here on WRSA LP 107.9 FM in Jamestown.
So today is Friday, June 30th, and it's a nice night, although the smoke still lingers here, but it's fireworks night when the game is over. And then the Tarp Skunks, they're off until July 4th with a day game, a matinee with a 2 o'clock start, right against Elmira again.
Well, then that would make sense that tonight's the fireworks night, you know, being Independence Day weekend. And if they're not going to play till the 4th, and that's going to be a day game, this would be the night to have the fireworks.
It would. It would. It's a nice night. There was some threat of rain, but I think we're out of that now. I think the percentages are way down.
So I will give you a quick little trivia on our buddy Jim Chummer Brown. The first Falconer baseball player ever in history to get a base hit in the state finals.
Huh.
Yeah.
In the New York State Public High School Finals.
That's right. And that's because when we went to the finals, we got no hit. So when he went, he was the first one to get it.
Even you. You even went over.
Even me.
Looks like we have that same pitcher out there, Zeke.
No, that's a lefty. That would.
That's who was warming up. 38, and we don't have a 38.
Well, we do. It's Grady Me.
Oh, I was looking in the pitcher section.
Grady Me is not pitching, folks, but it looks like 38. So I'm not. Is it 34?
I'm confused here. So Grady Me is 38. And I can't tell you. It certainly looks like a 38.
Well, you know that tail going down the back of their jerseys makes it hard to see.
Yeah, they have a skunk tail as part of the number. And it looks cute, but unless you're a broadcaster trying to see a number. So at the plate here for Elmira is the 10 hitter, Cam Levesque. Number 30, he's playing left field. 2-1 our score here. It's the top of the 7th inning.
I'm going to try and get that number, Tom, so I might check out here for about 30 seconds.
That's all right.
He's got to turn around for me, though. Timeout. Turn around.
I can't imagine they're going to bring Grady Me.
It might be 36, but I don't have a 36 either.
Pitch outside. Count now runs to 2-1.
No, it's not Grady Me. Grady Me's right-handed, first off, and he's standing right there at shortstop. So
you're sure he's not ambidextrous?
He's right there, Tom, isn't he?
I think so. You don't have to yell.
I'm sorry.
3-1, our count here now.
Sorry, Mr. Sensitive.
Cam Levesque at the plate for the hitter's count. Pitch comes high and outside as well. So first batter up to our. Yeah, I'm not sure who this pitcher is. The problem in this collegiate baseball league is the players kind of come and go, and that roster is kind of evolving and changing, but the website and the printed material isn't necessarily getting updated. So now the leadoff hitter, Matt Granado, comes to the plate with a man on first and nobody out. Jamestown trails 2-1, and we're going to find out who this pitcher is on the mind, come one way or the other. 2-1 our score. Elmira over Jamestown. And Cam Levesque on first. He walks, first batter of the half inning. The pitcher will check on him at first.
Okay. I got the information. It's number 30. That's how bad that tail is. Evan Berta. He's 0-0 on the season, a 2.46 ERA. Sophomore from St. Bonnie's.
All right, member of the
school near and dear to your heart.
That's right, my alma mater. Andrew Ayers is also a pitcher from St. Bonaventure on the team, and he had that worked out of that big jam 2 weeks ago against this Elmira team. 0-2 now from Berta, and he throws inside, and it makes the count 1-2. He's pitching much better here to Granado.
Granado 1 for 3 tonight with a single, fly ball to right, and a ground ball to second base.
Nobody out, man on first. Here's the delivery, fouled away. That'll go out of play and even the count at 2-2. Granado, the leadoff hitter at the plate. Levesque, the 10 hitter, was walked on 5 pitches. And he's at first with nobody out. 2-1 our score. Elmira over Jamestown. Berta at the plate, delivers, breaking ball, hit to the shortstop. Me goes to second. Beautiful play. They try for 2 and not in time.
Good play by Me there, ranging far to his right, just doesn't set his feet. Turns and throws while falling and throws a strike to the second baseman who didn't have a chance of turning it. They actually made it closer than I thought it would be. Great. I can't say enough about Grady Me. That kid is just a ball player.
Yeah, freshman at Western Michigan. Atlantic 10s, or no, it's a MAC school.
He's fun to watch.
So now 1 out, man on first. That's Granado on the fielder's choice. And the first pitch to Schroeder, the 2 hitter, and the catcher is taken high, ball 1. 2-1 our score. Elmira over Jamestown. We're in the top of the 7th inning. Berta checks on Granado at first base. I don't have stats on Granado for stealing bases, but it looks like he
I mean, leadoff hitter. Of course,
yeah.
that's not always the case anymore. If you remember, the Pirates' leadoff hitter last year was the big guy they traded to the Mets.
Yeah. Vogelbach.
Vogelbach. He was hitting leadoff for the Pirates for a while.
Yeah, Chris Farley hitting leadoff.
That's not your typical leadoff hitter.
2-0 delivery taken outside. So now Berta has fallen behind Schroeder. Berta fell behind the leadoff hitter, Levesque, and walked him. Now 3-0 to Schroeder with Granado at first, 1 out. Here's the 3-0 delivery, and it's not even competitive.
No.
Berta needs to.
Got to throw strikes. And,
yeah.
These guys are aggressive. You get it within sniffing distance of the plate, and they're going to swing at it for you. And let you, there has been some shaky defense, but we've also seen some good defense from Grady Mee and Drew Garth out there in right. Brandon Johnson made a nice play in center.
Yeah.
You do have gloves behind you, and these guys are aggressive enough. You just got to get it close.
Yeah, observers, fans, they don't want to see walks. Now 3-hitter Muzio at the plate.
That curveball just rolled way outside.
He's batting from the left side, and he's got runners at first and second with 1 out and just a 1-run ball game here. So Muzio, the first baseman, swings for the fence on what would have been ball 2.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Get it close. Let their aggressiveness work against them. Muzio 1 for 3 today with a strikeout and a single and a stolen base.
The 1-1 pitch just a little bit outside. 2-1 now. Runners at first, runners at second. 2-1 count to the 3-hitter Muzio.
Big double play would be nice right here. There goes the runners.
And that's fouled back.
Little hit and run.
Hit and run or a double steal that the sign didn't get to Muzio. You're probably right, though. Probably hit and run. 2-2.
Well, by my track record, I'd say I'm probably wrong.
So here comes the 2-2 pitch from Berta.
It's going again.
On his way, they're going, and another foul ball. And
Donato, the way he's trying to make sure he makes contact with that. Looks like a hit and run to me.
Yeah,
I love it. I love this is the kind of thing you don't see in baseball anymore. This kind of putting these hit and running hits, double steals, stuff like that. Sacrifice bunt.
Yeah. I mean, you would think that base coach would kind of recognize that Granado could basically just walk into third here. He gets such a monster jump.
Got him.
They
picked him
off
at
first. They're going to get at least
just
one.
Run him back. Got one? Oh, come on. All right, well, that's a big out there.
Granado moves to third, but the hot box gets the runner at first, who was caught thinking about going, and that was Schroeder. So that leaves Muzio at the plate still, now with 2 outs and a 2-2 count. They took that count down.
Yeah, they took the count down. I don't know why.
Scoreboard, but it's 2-2 by my count. So man at third, 2 out.
Got
swung
him.
on and missed.
And they're out of the inning.
And so that a big strikeout and a big pickoff play at first. You had runners at first and second. They look like they're going to have a successful double steal or a hit and run, something, and you get a pickoff and a strikeout.
Muzio fouls off those 2 pitches that they had some sort of play on, and I don't think Granado was going on that pitch, but Schroeder he was taking that big lead because he had a guy in second, and the first baseman's not holding him on, of course. And
good job by Evan Berta.
Hoke just snuck in behind him, and they had that play called, and it's an easy pickoff. Support for WRFA's coverage of Jamestown Tarp Skunks baseball is brought to you in part by County of Chautauqua Industrial Development Agency. The Chautauqua County IDA is an economic development organization authorized and empowered by New York State to make Chautauqua County a better place to work, live, and visit. The IDA facilitates development by attracting new businesses. It also promotes the retention and expansion of existing businesses, and it offers businesses assistance in the forms of tax abatements, low interest loans, and bond financing, all of which enhance the opportunities of job creation and retention across Chautauqua County. The Chautauqua County IDA, a proud supporter of Jamestown Tarp Skunks baseball on WRFA. For more information, call 716-661-8900 or visit ccida.com. Did my voice just crack there?
Nice job with that one. That one's been getting you.
I know. It's the last time I got to read it, and I finally got through it, except for right at the end, I hit puberty and my voice changes.
So it's the 7th inning stretch here. We hear a little Sweet Caroline from Neil Diamond, and then you get they rake the infield, they drag the fences around and do it. I've always wondered why wouldn't you do that, say, the middle of the 5th inning? It's the middle of the game.
I don't know. I didn't make those rules, and I always wonder, why do you do it in the middle of the inning anyway? Because it's really unfair. It should be after the inning's over.
Good point.
Luke Fuller, your hitter.
Meek's still on the mound, and Fuller takes ball 1.
Fuller, 1 for 2 tonight with a double. Should have been a triple.
Ryan Middleman on deck here. We're getting down to the British Heck, and a little foul ball is flared down that right field line, and nobody is going to get to it. And Cooper Smith, the right fielder, gave chase. It was just too far. It wasn't high enough. Strike nonetheless, though. 1-1 now to Fuller. We're here in the bottom of the 7th inning, and it's 2-1 now. Elmira Tarp Skunks. Has 9 outs.
I don't know how many games he's pitching or how many innings he's has. He's got a 2-1 record, only a 1.32 ERA.
Meek's 1-1 delivery to Fuller. It's not competitive pitch, but it fools Fuller, and he swings and misses, so it's 1-2 now.
Now he just showed another arm angle there. It was like a 3/4 there, and it looked like a little bit of a slider, or what's the new one, the sweeper.
1-2 delivery, swung on, shot hit up the
Get
middle.
over his
Center
head.
fielder on his horse. He won't get to it.
Run this time.
That'll roll to the wall. This should be 3, and he'll hold up. I think wisely.
Yeah.
Great arm by the center fielder to get it into the cutoff man, and Fuller would have been a dead man at third. So nice call by that third base coach to kind of hold up Fuller at second.
So that one I was watching a little bit closer. And, he busted out of the box. And when I was watching him come around second, and you might have heard me say, run. And I think he's just kind of slow. I'm not sure.
Not everyone's fleet of foot. So now at the plate, the 9-hitter, that's Ryan Middleman, the catcher.
So that's 2 doubles today for Fuller.
Here's the 0-0 delivery. Call strike 1.
Middleman 0 for 2 today. Grounded out to short twice.
So Meeks gives up a leadoff double. Just what the doctor ordered if you're a Tarp Skunks fan. It's a little fake move to second base, but Fuller wasn't anywhere off that bag to speak of.
It's kind of a situation where someone that can handle the bat really well is looking to hit something the other way. Make sure you get that guy over to third. Want to hit behind the runner here.
Sidearm delivery, a breaking ball, completely fools Middleman.
Yeah, he's way out in front of that.
And now that's an 0-2 count for Middleman. So Meeks is dug down in and thrown a couple of nice pitches.
Got to get something in play on the ground over on the right side here.
0-2 delivery. And outside ball 1-2 now. It's a big at bat for Middleman. He's hitting down at the order down at the 9 hole. Sevilla is on deck. Nobody out, man on second. 1-2 count. Meeks throwing some heat.
Shorten up here and slap something.
Here's the delivery, sidearm, and swing and a miss and a strikeout. Got to put the ball in play, but
Don't want to waste that double here. Servia brings up the DH. Servia 0 for 2 tonight with a strikeout and a pop-up to the second baseman.
Freshman at Northern Southern. He's only hitting 167 coming in.
Good spot to break out here.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
I love that beautiful gap right there in right center. Look at all that grass to land a baseball in.
Here's the first pitch, and it's taken outside, maybe low, ball 1. Fuller at second, 1 out. Jamestown trails Elmira by 1 here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Second pitch fouled away, 1-1.
Ooh, that was a hot shot over there in the first base side bleachers.
Yeah, you have a net or fence, if you will, for the grandstand, but the bleachers do not. And you know, in the major league parks, that net now goes all the way down. And there's a play, feeble play on the runner at second. And Jordan Bazil asks, why isn't that a balk?
Oh, he's going to the home plate umpire now.
The umpires are going to talk about it.
I didn't see a problem with it.
I didn't either.
Because he made the he was still on the rubber. He didn't step off, and that's why he threw it. If he doesn't throw it, he's got to throw it because he didn't step off, because he pirouetted, if you will, still on the rubber. But he did make the throw.
It was delayed.
Yes.
But he made the throw.
And maybe that's what he's saying. He kind of delayed before he threw it.
Yeah.
That's the only thing I can think.
Although it's not like a balk when you pitch and you alter your motion. This is a pickoff play. So
but yeah,
to your point.
Yeah, but I do believe, I could be wrong. Shummer will chime in for us. Look up the rules, Shummer.
1-1 delivery, 1 out, man on second. Here's the pitch, and it's not competitive. It's outside. Alex Servia, the DH, at the plate. 2-1 now.
Good time to start a hot streak for Servia here.
Here's the delivery, sidearm. It's hit down to the third baseman, and he'll go for the tag, and he gets it. The base runner went to third there, so it'll be a fielder's choice for Servia, but the runner, Fuller, is out at third. I'm not sure that's great base running.
No, it's not. The ball's right in front of you. Now, he could have come halfway. The smart play is come halfway. He may have got hung up in a rundown, maybe, but make that guy throw it first, then maybe make a break. But he just kept right on running right into the tag.
Yeah.
Or at least get into a rundown.
Yeah, he was.
He just ran right into him. Yeah. Just gave him the out. Here I am.
Yeah, he tried to slide under it, but nothing doing. So now you've got Grady Me at the plate.
I want to come.
And sadly, you don't have a runner on the pond, so to speak, anymore.
Right.
And so you got to run it first.
I kind of want to come work with Luke Fuller on base running. Like, we need Coach Mastretta here.
2-1, 2 outs. Grady Me thought about bunting, but you'd be bunting for a base hit here. I mean, there's 2 outs.
Yeah, I don't know. He squared around early. Maybe just trying to do the old little league draw ball. Well, now he's got a hitter's count.
2-0 now.
But I'd like to see him be aggressive here. This is one of your best hitters.
Here's the pitch.
Back.
They're going to throw down to first, and the ball goes into right field, but it's backed up by the second baseman. So the catcher throws down.
Good heads-up play by Christian Zilli there, backing up that pickoff attempt.
So Servia, I didn't think he had this crazy lead down there.
No, it was
a
just
little dangerous.
Just see if you can catch him sleeping. He does have a pretty good secondary lead.
3-0 pitch is called strike 1. So now Grady Me got a 3-1 count, hitter's count. Runner at first, 2 outs. Jamestown trails by a run in the bottom of the 7th. There's a pickoff play over to the first, kind of close, but safe.
It was a good spot for a pickoff. I see both me and Surveya looked at the third base coach for a long time, like there might have been something on.
There's
pitch,
a delay steal. There goes the delay steal, and it'll be successful.
Love the delay steal. Stealing it on the middle infielders. You know, you normally hear he stole that one on the pitcher, he stole that one on the catcher. You do that delay steal, it's because you stole it on the middle infielders. They as soon as the pitch comes, they see you're not going, they put their heads down, not paying attention, and then you go.
This pitch was called strike 2, so count full now, but now Me has a runner in scoring position.
I love that call.
3-2 with 2 outs. Here's the pitch, and Me hits a little quail, and it'll be a little floater out.
Just jammed him.
For the 3rd out of the inning. Yeah, he jammed him, and it's a good pitch. This Meeks kid, Gardner Meeks, is tough in the mound for Elmira. So through 7 innings now, it's Elmira 2 and Jamestown 1. You're listening to Perfect Game Collegiate Baseball on WRFA 107.9 FM.
Oh, they're throwing frisbees out there. That's what it is. Throw one up here. They got the players out there doing it. It's like Leaping Lanny Powerful out there throwing the frisbees.
For more information, you can visit Infinity Performing Arts online at infinityperformingarts.org. You're listening to Jamestown Tarp Skunks Baseball right here on WRSALP 107.9 FM in Jamestown.
Well, here we are at the top of the 8th inning, and Jamestown trails 2-1 to Elmira. And during that break there, the Jamestown Tarp Skunks players were throwing frisbees into the stands, and the kids were going crazy with it there, and I was watching them, and while they may be very good baseball players, they should stay away from frisbee golf and ultimate frisbee.
As the Elmira players were too, over on the third base side, they were throwing frisbees up into the stands. And if I may, Tom, I just got a text from my mom. She says she's listening to us tonight. So hi, Mom.
Hello, Sue.
Hope you're feeling better. She just got done with her gallbladder surgery and recovering from that.
Convalescing at home,
I would imagine. Well, she's out bar hopping, and they got us on the radio somewhere.
All right, top of the 8th inning here, and the Pioneers are at the plate.
Cooper Smith, the right fielder, 0 for 3 tonight with a strikeout, ground ball to the shortstop, and a fly ball to right field.
Smith hitting in the 4-hole. Leadoff here, though, in the top of the 8th. Second pitch on its way. Not competitive. And that's ball 1. Count at 1-1 now. First pitch call strike. Berta on the mound. And a hit right up the middle.
Him.
Hit Berta in the gut. He recovers and throws him out.
That's a great play. I mean, that was struck. You know, that did not feel good. He didn't fall down. He didn't grab his knee or wherever he got hit. He went right to the baseball, made the play, and we'll fix whatever the problem is after I get this out.
So it looks like Brazil's going to go out and check on his pitcher, as did the home plate umpire. But he
probably give him a couple pitches here.
Seems to have a smile on his face, and he's shaking his head like, no, I'm good.
I couldn't tell if he's pointing at his belt buckle, like it hit him right in the belt buckle.
That's what it looked like, the lower stomach area there.
Looked scarier than it was. Yeah, he's smiling, and I guess if you're going to get hit, that's where you want to get hit.
Yeah.
That'll bring up Ray Hernandez. 0 for 2 in his 3 trips up tonight with a walk and a run scored.
Hits from the left side, and the lefty delivery on a breaking ball is swung on and strike 1.
Might be the first pitch he got ahead of a hitter. Maybe he needed to get a little something knocked into him there.
Best pitch.
Nice pitch. Totally fooled Hernandez. His knees were bending out of the batter's box, and that curveball dropped right in there.
Yeah, nice high. You're right. He thought it might even hit him. He bailed. 0-2 the count. Here's the delivery. Swung on and fouled away.
Hernandez just
got a piece of that. each team with 6 hits, although if I was the official scorer, if we were the official scorers,
a couple suspects.
Yeah, wouldn't look that
But
way.
that's okay.
2-1 game here. Elmira leads. They bat here on the bottom of the top of the 8th. Jamestown down to their final 6 outs, but they just have to muster 1 run. And Jamestown hasn't scored since the bottom of the 1st. 1-2 pitch on its way, swung on and missed.
Oh, that's the hardest pitch I've seen him throw, too.
It's a K swinging.
Looks much better than he did in that first inning that he pitched, the 7th.
Aiden Blake comes up hitting in the 6th hole. He's the DH tonight, hits from the right side. He'll face the left-handed Berta.
Aiden having a nice night tonight. 2 for 2 in his 3 trips with a single, a triple, hit by pitch, and a run scored. Can't get him off. Can't keep him off the base.
There's a swing at the first pitch. A little Texas leaguer. The second baseman goes back and makes the play to end the inning.
Nice play by Googans there. Got a good jump on it and drifted back on it. And in that situation, you go for the, as a middle infielder, you go for the ball and you let the outfielder call you off. And Garth was just, he wasn't getting there. So good play by Googans.
Yeah, Googans saves a hit there, and that ends the half inning with a 0 on the board. So still 2-1 as we go to the bottom of the 8th inning.
Support for WRFA's coverage of Jamestown Tarp Skunk is brought to you in part by Chautauqua Institution. Chautauqua Institution, a community on the shores of Chautauqua Lake that comes alive each summer with a unique mix of fine and performing arts, including theater and musical entertainment, along with lectures, interfaith worship, and programs and recreational activities. The 2023 season features Natalie Merchant, Diana Ross, Patty LaBelle, The Revivalists, Band of Horses, Straight No Chaser, Trombone Shorty, Mavis Staples, and more. Chautauqua Institution. For more information, call 1-800-836-2787 or visit discover.chq.org.
You know, we talked about this briefly on our first and broadcast back 2 weeks ago tonight, and Natalie Merchant is born and bred here in Jamestown, was the lead singer for the 10,000 Maniacs, and I was talking to her brother Chris just before that game 2 weeks ago, and he said he had gone to see her in a concert that wasn't too far away, and he was thinking that maybe she's going to call it a career, and you know, maybe not tour.
Wow.
I don't know if entertainers ever truly call it a career, but you know, don't at least slow down at least.
I hope nobody from TMZ is listening to our broadcast. Tom's got some inside information here.
Yes, we do. All right, Tarp Skunks at the plate, and the first pitch fouled back for strike 1. It's Tommy Googans, who just made that nice play in the field to end the inning. He bats here in the bottom of the 8th. Jamestown trails by a run, so you're down to your final 6 outs. You have the 2-hitter up, which is good. And strike 1 is taken. Strike 2 is taken. 0-2 the count here to Googans. So still on the mound. That's Meek still on the mound, is it not? And there's a pitch up the middle, and Meeks fields it, throws over. Do they get him? They do.
Got him.
Well, consecutive half innings here. The pitcher has to make a play on a hot grounder.
That's 3 consecutive. Well, not the hot grounder, because if you remember, Meeks caught that little flare off of Mee's bat to end the inning last inning.
3-hitter Braden Johnson having a nice night. He'll come to the plate.
Braden Johnson, 2 for 2 tonight in his 3 trips. 2 singles, a run scored, and a walk. Another guy can't keep him off base.
Meeks,
Ooh,
first pitch, swung on and missed. 0-1.
That was a healthy cut there. He wanted to double.
Twilight dusk sneaks in here to Diethrick Park. Here's the 0-1, a breaking ball taken high for ball one. 1-1, 1 out, nobody aboard. 2-1 our score. Jamestown trails here in the bottom of the 8th.
I don't know how I can get that curveball up so high, dropping down that low.
1-1
Whoa,
pitch.
that was up too.
Up out of the strike zone, but swung on and missed. 1-2 now to Johnson.
Shorten up.
Bottom of the 8th.
I'd like to see a 2-strike hit here. 2-strike swing, I should say. Shorten up, hit something the other way.
Here's the pitch, and called low, ball 2. 2-2 the count.
You know, tight ball game like this, got to find a way on. I like the aggressiveness, but you do need a base runner. Outs are growing short.
Down to 5. Here's a swing on a 2-2 pitch, and it could go out of play or it could be playable. Just out of play. Just over the Tarp Skunks dugout.
Oh,
bounces off the macadam.
The kid's got a baseball and a frisbee. having a night.
2-2 our count. 1 out. Nobody aboard. Bottom 8. 2-1 Elmira over the Tarp Skunks of Jamestown. Meeks on the mound, the right-handed pitcher. Delivers a little sidearm. That one taken for ball 3. Count full now.
Could use a base runner here. And Braden Johnson's been on 3 times.
Take it either way you get it right now.
Any way we can get it.
3-2 delivery. Sidearm outside.
Way outside.
Ball 4. Good at bat for Braden Johnson.
Yes, very good.
Took a vicious cut on the first pitch he saw because he liked it. He didn't get it, but took a shot and then had a good eye through the rest of the at-bat. Draws the 3-2 walk. So a runner at first with 1 out.
That's Meek's first walk.
Matt Thompson, the third baseman, cleanup hitter, comes up. Looks down to Jordan Bazil, the third base coach, gets the sign.
Yeah, we'll see what Bazil does here with 1 out. Kind of changes things up a little.
Johnson has wheels. I wouldn't be surprised. He's looking intently. Doesn't go. Ball outside. Now Meeks has got to think about this runner. Puts a little extra thought in his head.
Yeah.
1-0 count.
I like the short lead over there and a good secondary lead. Unless they put the straight steel on.
Johnson. There he goes. There he goes. They're going to fire down there. They could have him.
They got him by a mile.
Killed him. Killed him.
Didn't even slide. Didn't even slide.
Yeah. He was dead by 2 steps. You'd have thought he should have slid. I think it's actually a requirement in some leagues.
Well,
so there you go.
That ends that.
Second out of the inning and a 1-0 count here to Thompson. Swings on a pitch.
Guess we'll try our 2-out thing again, I guess. Hasn't worked 7 consecutive innings, but
2-1. I don't know that I trust that scoreboard or not. Does that sound right? I got a little distracted with a stolen base attempt. Scoreboard says 2-1, 2 outs, nobody out. And now it's 2-2.
I believe, yes, that is correct.
2-2 on the take. So comes a big pitch here. You would think we're going to see a little sidearm slider or fastball from Meeks. Doesn't want to go 3-2 here to Thompson, I don't think. Here's the pitch, and it's lifted to right, but the second baseman is there to snare it. So Jamestown had a runner. The runner was thrown out stealing, Braden Johnson. And we end another inning for Jamestown with another goose egg. Jamestown scored in the first, and it was 1-0 Jamestown, and then 2 runs in the 4th and the 6th inning for Elmira makes it 2-1.
Same our last game we did. Grady Mee, first hitter of the game, comes around, or first hitter for the Skunks, comes around and scores, and that's the only run of the game.
Same thing. All right, we'll take a break, and we'll be back after these messages. You're listening to Perfect Game Collegiate Baseball on WRFA 107.9 FM.
Hi, I'm Jason Sample, WRFA LP Station Manager, here to talk about underwriting on WRFA. People ask me all the time, what is underwriting? Well, it's similar to advertising, but since we are a non-commercial educational radio station, we have certain rules about the messages we produce for businesses who support us. We don't give prices for services or products, or calls to action like stop in today. We don't use comparison words like the best or the cheapest. And we don't crowd our airwaves so that your business message is heard. The goal of underwriting on WRSA is to provide transparency to our listeners about where our funding comes from, while recognizing those businesses and organizations by name, along with details like who, what, where, and when. We also feature all underwriters on our website and offer discounts to fellow nonprofits. To get your business or organization on the air at WRSA, contact me at WRSA@reg1a.com or call 716-664-2465 extension 209. Let me find the right fit for you on WRSA.
Uh-oh. Well, we lost it.
Lost it. Here we go. We gotta go like this. Wait, that's wrong.
Jason up here?
Yeah, it's here. I think we got it.
We got it?
Well, it's ringing.
Hey, we lost you guys.
Yep,
Yeah.
we're back.
Here, I'll get you on right now.
Okay, thanks.
We got it.
We got it. It went off, and then we're now back in.
We're back.
Back on, I believe. And we have an 0-1 count here to the Tarp Skunks in the top of the 9th inning.
Yastrzemski struck out. First hitter struck out. Griffin Yastrzemski. And now Don Presto. We lost it.
Yeah, I think it has to do with this thing, because when I monkey with it, that's when it goes out. Yeah, I think I've kind of accidentally diagnosed it. Oh. I think it's this.
Please hang up and try your call again.
It said, please hang up and try again. Let me try dialing it.
Double play. 6, 4, 3. Get a drink.
No, I got a busy signal again. Yeah, maybe he's trying to call here. No, maybe I need to wait longer. I get the quick busy again. I think it might be because I was resting. What? I got back on, and then I put something on here, and it kind of.
We're back, so you should be able to throw us on, Anthony.
Knock this thing out for sure. The local rush hour.
Absolutely.
Arts on fire.
Yeah, you can listen.
I'm just going to let this PSA play through and then.
Yeah, we're in the middle of an inning, so you're good to go.
Go to the app.
Okay.
Thanks.
Get your apps and type in WRSA. And take your completely free.
That's amazing. I'm definitely going to download. Does it have the local news?
It has everything the radio has and more. Leave me alone. I'm listening.
Tarp Skunks baseball, right here on WRSA-LP 107.9 FM in Jamestown.
All right, we're back here. Had a little audio trouble, and I think we're back on here. And so we essentially missed the top half of the ninth inning, which was uneventful.
I wouldn't say that, being a defensive-minded person. I'll recap it real quick. Griffin Yastrzemski struck out to start the inning. Don Presto walked, and then a beautiful 6-4-3 double play to get out of the inning. Hit by Christian Zilli. And again, I can't say enough about Grady Mead. He's a pleasure to watch play the game. So smooth out there at short. And this is it. 3 more outs to score a run and tie this thing up.
Well, Jamestown has had a lot of trouble scoring runs since that first inning. And in an inning, half inning, that you could make an argument that they should have scored certainly more than 1 run. Left the bases loaded out there. But 2-1 our score here. We're in the bottom of the ninth inning. It's the last at-bat for Jamestown unless they score. And coming to the plate, Zach Kent. He's hitting the 5-hole.
0 for 2 tonight with a walk.
And is it still Meeks on the mound?
No, we got a new pitcher, Brendan Ferrari.
And he, that Meeks, he was a problem for Jamestown. He threw some nice pitches. First pitch for Ferrari is in, call strike.
Although Fuller barreled him up to dead center. Ferrari 0-0, 1.8 ERA is a junior at UMass.
So University of Massachusetts, Amherst, Massachusetts. Second pitch delivered, strike and a swing. 0-2 delivery coming right now.
Wow.
Swung on and missed. Jamestown down to their last 2 outs.
This might be the hardest pitcher we've seen.
Yeah,
that was just 3 blazers right down the heart of the plate. Here's my fastball. Let's see if you can catch up to it.
And Brendan Ferrari's 5'8", 175. It's not like Randy Johnson bearing down on you here. 1 out. Jamestown trails by a run at the bottom of the ninth inning. First pitch coming into Colin Houck.
Colin Houck 0 for 2 in his 3 trips to the plate with a walk.
Ball 1. Here's the second pitch delivery. That is a call, strike 1 on the outside of the plate. 1-1 the count to Houck. 1 out, bottom of the ninth. 2-1 Elmira over Jamestown. Pitching's been good for Elmira here. Second, the 1-1 pitch is strike 2, caught looking.
This is a hard time of the night for a hitter. It's not quite fully dark yet, so it's you don't get the full effect of that.
There's a swing and a hit in the right field, just over the second baseman's head. And Houck delivers with a ninth inning 1-out single.
Now you got your tying run on board, and they're going to bring in a pinch runner.
And it looks like Kieran Gagnon, the junior out of Gannon University. He's the Canadian from Mono, Ontario, northwest of Toronto.
So let's see if they put any play on to move him over or straight steal.
So Drew Garth, the right fielder, hitting in the 7-hole.
I'd hate to see them run themselves out of an inning again. 0 for 3 tonight is Garth with 1 strikeout, ground ball to the pitcher, and a pop out to the catcher.
Ferrari delivers, call strike 1. 0-1 to Garth. 1 out, man on first base. Jamestown trails by 1 here. A run in the bottom of the ninth. There's a swing, and it could be a double play ball. 6-4-3.
Get a drink.
And that will do it. Boy, Jamestown, I thought maybe they had something cooking there.
Yeah.
And they end the ball game with a 6-4-3 weakly hit ball. The shortstop did a nice job. He's playing up.
Yeah, and like I said before, as a shortstop or even a second baseman, if you're feeling the ground ball, you don't hurry. You make sure you get that out. You make whoever's making the turn, you make him hurry. And that's exactly what that shortstop did there. Even though it was slowly hit, made a nice feed, make that second baseman hurry, and they nailed it.
Well, it was a defensive ball game, a pitcher's duel here tonight, but the Tarp Skunks fall to 12-7 overall in the West Division, and Elmira improves to 12-7. So they're tied for the second position now in the Western Division. Atop that is the Batavia Muck Dogs at 15-7. So everybody the same in the loss column. It's all about how many wins you're going to get on the way out the door.
Batavia lost tonight, by the way.
Oh, thank you, Jason.
So tied for first
15-8
in the loss column. So Jamestown and Elmira in the loss column, tied for first with 7, as Muck Dogs dropped to 15-8. So Elmira will come to town on July 4th, and that'll be the next game for Jamestown here, 2 p.m. start on the holiday, and fireworks to follow here tonight. So it was a good one, and Jason Sample, thanks so much for giving Zeke and I an opportunity.
Absolutely. I really enjoyed those 2 games you let us do, and I appreciate it.
Well, my pleasure to have you guys on the air. You did a wonderful job, and maybe we'll have you back again in the future. We love to hear various voices on here to keep things interesting, and you guys definitely do that. So thank you for helping out the radio station. We appreciate it.
All right. Yeah, here come the fireworks. So for on behalf of Anthony Merchant back in the station, for Jarek Abbey, I'm Tom Ames, signing off here with the Tarp Skunks taking on the chin 2-1 to the Pioneers of Elmira right here on WR.